us in. Um, we'll basically take our headsets off and hang them over the TV so Mike will pick up for senior night. And then after senior night, I'm sure he'll take a break, and then we'll come back to us and we'll get going with regular stuff.
So are we is it just like a special intro for senior night?
Yeah, I'll just come in and, hey, welcome to the Warrior Dome on the campus of Westside High School. Very special broadcast tonight. Senior night here at the Warrior Dome.
Gotcha.
In just a moment, we'll turn it over to Keith Campbell in the House PA for the senior night ceremonies. And then, so I may not even introduce you until after.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So how do you want to do do you want me to do points and you do field goals and stuff? How do you want to do that? It's up to you.
I'll do field goals.
Okay. All right.
Looks like the start.
Hey, B, they're killing the music out here. Yeah, I'm ready, man. Hit record on that TriCaster and let's roll. Your dome in a little sliver of Craighead County between Jonesboro and Bono. We welcome you to senior night at Westside. Hello again, everybody. I'm Marcus Carlton. Brad Brewer will be joining us a little bit later for the senior girls broadcast. But before we do that, we are going to have a very special ceremony here starting in just a couple minutes. Senior night here at the Warrior Dome, and I cannot think of a better way to spend senior night than taking on an old-school rival of Westside, the Valley View Blazers. Will be tipping off with the girls' game first, coming up in about, I would say, approximately 15 to 20 minutes. Angie Causey-Ellis and her Valley View Lady Blazers will be coming in to take on Sarah Lehman and her Westside Lady Warriors. Several seniors from several different sports here going to be spotlighted here shortly, within a matter of moments, actually, here at the Warrior Dome. And the house is starting to pack up, and we expect a full crowd tonight. Standing room only capacity is what's expected. Pretty much happens every time Westside and Valley View get together. See a few empty seats there. I guarantee you those will be filled in very shortly. And at this time, we're going to turn things over to Keith Campbell and the House PA and begin senior night ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your attention, we will now start the senior ceremonies. Good evening, Warrior fans, and welcome to the 2020 Warrior Senior Night Ceremony. Tonight we are going to take a few minutes to honor the senior members of the archery, cheer, and basketball teams. These young men and women have devoted countless hours to the sports of archery, cheer, and basketball, and have exhibited the true spirit of a Westside Warrior. Thank you for your devotion and dedication to Westside High School and for giving us, as fans, countless hours of enjoyment while we watched you perform. The Westside faculty, staff, and fans would like to thank the parents and other family members for the support you have given these young men and women individually, and these Warrior programs as a whole. It takes many hours of work behind the scenes for an athletic program to be successful. Thank you for making sure these behind-the-scenes jobs were done, and thank you for helping make these programs something in which we can all be proud of. Senior Warriors, while this school year will soon be over, and there will be no more games for you to compete in, remember you will always be a Warrior, and we as faculty, staff, and fans are proud of the way you have represented Westside High School. All right, I would now like to introduce our seniors and their escorts. Senior, Andrew Jackson. Andrew is being escorted by Brandy and Kenny Jackson. He has been a member of the archery team for 2 years. Andrew's favorite memory of high school has been sitting at the lunch table with all his friends and joking around. Andrew's advice to underclassmen is don't be dumb, but have some fun. Andrew plans on attending Arkansas State University after graduating to major in civil engineering. Senior, Andrew Jackson. Senior, Caleb McQuaid. Caleb is being escorted by Sandy and Cliff McQuaid. He has been a member of the archery team for 2 years. He is also involved in AFJ ROTC and National Honor Society. Caleb's advice to underclassmen is don't dream, do. Caleb plans on going to college after graduation to study computer science and engineering with the hopes to harness the power of technology to solve problems around the world and to rocket humanity into a brighter future for all. Senior, Caleb McClay. Senior, Lexus Cedillo. Lexus is being escorted by Terry, Gail, Ricky, and Brody Baker. Lexus has been a part of cheer for 12 years. Her favorite high school memory is being a part of the Westside family and obtaining non-replaceable friends who are like family. Her advice to underclassmen is to do your best, be the best, because you are the best. Go to as many games as you can and join as many clubs as you can. Make the most of your high school career. Make as many memories as you can because in the end, that's all you will have. Lexus plans on attending Williams Baptist College to major in general education studies and continue her cheer career as a cheerleader for WBU. Senior, Lexus Cedillo. Senior, Michaela Grissom. Michaela is being escorted by Bradley, Katie, Cambry, and Sutton Grissom. She has been a part of the basketball program for 1 year. Her favorite memory of high school has been all the memories she has made with her teammates and friends. Her advice to underclassmen is to get involved and make the most of your high school experience. Michaela plans on attending Arkansas State University and majoring in biology after graduation. Senior, Michaela Grissom. Senior, Sarah Johnson. Sarah is being escorted by Tim and Jesse Johnson and Lisa and Maddox Tarvin and Bailey Tosh. She has been involved with basketball for 11 years. Her favorite memory of high school has been hanging out and eating before home games. Her advice to underclassmen is to give your all on and off the court. Be well-rounded and learn from all that you do. After graduation, Sarah plans on attending Harding University and pursuing a degree in pre-med and neuroscience. Senior, Sarah Johnson. Senior, Faith Whitmire. Faith is being escorted by Mark, Shauna, and Eli Nick Whitmire. She has been a part of the Warrior basketball program for 6 years. Her favorite memory of high school has been all the inside jokes made with her teammates and the memories made with her best friends. Her advice to underclassmen is to work hard and never give up in anything you do because your determination will not go unnoticed. After graduation, Faith plans on attending Arkansas State University and to major in business. Senior, Faith Whitmire. Senior Evan Cullen. Evan is being escorted by David and Lindsay Burgess. He has been a member of the basketball team for 6 years. His favorite memory of high school was going to the state finals. His advice to underclassmen is to enjoy it while it lasts because it goes by too quick. Evan plans on attending Arkansas State University to pursue a degree in business finance. Senior Evan Cullen. Senior Riley Felkins. Riley is being escorted by Chris and Micah Tilley, Hayden Tilley, Jimmy Felkins, and Joel and Bonnie Cullen. He has been a member of the basketball team for 6 years. His favorite memory of high school was playing in the state basketball finals. His advice for underclassmen is don't push it away, it goes by fast. After graduation, Riley plans on attending the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville. Senior Riley Felkins. Senior Kessler Mack. Kessler is being escorted by Brad and Leah Mack and Henry Mack Herndon. He has been a member of the Warrior basketball program for 5 years. His favorite memory of high school was going to the state finals in the 10th grade. His advice to underclassmen is to cherish your high school moments because they go by way too fast. Kessler plans on attending Arkansas State University and pursue a degree in crop science. Senior Kessler Mack. Senior Sam Malone. Sam is being escorted by Jason and Meredith Malone. He has been a member of the Warrior basketball program for 6 years. His favorite memory of high school was winning the Williams Baptist tournament. His advice to underclassmen is to have fun while it lasts. Sam plans on attending Arkansas State University after graduation. Senior Sam Malone. Senior Logan McPherson. Logan is being escorted by Micah McPherson. He has been a member of the basketball, football, and track teams for 6 years. His favorite memory of high school was getting knocked out in the football game against Greene County Tech. His advice to underclassmen is to stay humble. Logan plans on continuing his academic and athletic career at Arkansas State University. Senior Logan McPherson. Senior Isaiah Nortier. Isaiah is being escorted by Todd, Carla, Jeremiah, and JT Nortier. He has been a member of the basketball team for 6 years. His favorite memory of high school has been going to the state championship game in 2018. His advice for underclassmen is this: whatever you do it all for the glory of God. 1 Corinthians 10:31. After graduation, Isaiah plans on attending Arkansas State University. Senior Isaiah Nortier. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give another Warrior Nation round of applause for the 2020 Senior Warriors. parents and coaches, please use this time to present your athletes with your gifts and to take some photos. This concludes our senior night ceremony. We will allow about 5 to 7 minutes for photos and then put 10 minutes on the clock for the senior girls to warm up.
Our dog got hit by a car. My wife and children were very upset about losing Buddy. While I was burying the dog, I cut the cable line.
Being a dog owner myself, it's hard losing a pet. So it's very important for us to get their services restored.
There's a winter storm hitting right now. It's a Friday night. You showed up and the very next morning in some pretty terrible conditions and fixed us up.
That's what we try to do here at Ritter in a bad situation, try to make it better.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
My name is Kevin Moody. Both of my kids do online gaming. They let me know when the internet's down.
I'm Bobby Valentine. I work for Ritter Communications, and I'm a technician level 2.
My services were completely out. They sent Bobby out the next day. He told me that the box was shot.
It was shot.
With a gun. And he had it fixed within a couple hours once he got there. Bobby switched out my modem for me and had me upgraded to a faster speed. And both of my kids have been singing Bobby's praises since.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
My name is Donna Ann Lucy. I am from Caraway, Arkansas. I had been having trouble with my internet.
You got a lot of important things that you do from the internet, and you don't want to miss anything.
I usually use it to book rooms to watch my granddaughter play basketball. They had someone out that day, and it was back up within 20 minutes.
And it makes me feel so good to go there and take care of it, you know, and see the smile on her face, man. That makes my day right there.
My name is Raynessa Chandler. I am currently the manager of technical support for Ritter Communications. Ritter is like family in more ways than one. My aunt retired after 33 and a half years here, and currently I have two cousins that work at Ritter. We have a variety of talented individuals. They motivate us and encourage us to do the right thing. We're grateful for the opportunity to work at a place such as Ritter and to be able to help others, because that's what it's all about, serving others.
Our dog got hit by a car. My wife and children were very upset about losing Buddy. While I was burying the dog, I cut the cable line.
Being a dog owner myself, it's hard losing a pet. So it's very important for us to get their services restored.
There's a winter storm hitting right now. It was a Friday night. You showed up and the very next morning in some pretty terrible conditions and fixed us up.
That's what we try to do here at Ritter in a bad situation, try to make it better.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
My name is Kevin Moody. Both of my kids do online gaming. They let me know when the internet's down.
I'm Bobby Valentine. I work for Ritter Communications, and I'm a technician level 2.
My services were completely out. They sent Bobby out the next day. He told me that the box was shot.
It was shot.
With a gun. And he had it fixed within a couple hours once he got there. Bobby switched out my modem for me and had me upgraded to a faster speed. And both of my kids have been singing Bobby's praises since.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
My name is Donna Ann Lucy. I am from Caraway, Arkansas. I have been having trouble with my internet.
You got a lot of important things that you do from the internet, and you don't want to miss anything.
I usually use it to book rooms to watch my granddaughter play basketball. They had someone out that day, and it was back up within 20 minutes.
And it makes me feel so good to go there and take care of it, you know, and see the smile on her face, man. That makes my day right there.
My name is Raynessa Chandler. I am currently the manager of technical support for Ritter Communications. Ritter is like family in more ways than one. My aunt retired after 33 and a half years here, and currently I have 2 cousins that work at Ritter. We have a variety of talented individuals. They motivate us and encourage us to do the right thing. We're grateful for the opportunity to work at a place such as Ritter and to be able to help others, because that's what it's all about, serving others.
Our dog got hit by a car. My wife and children were very upset about losing Buddy. While I was burying the dog, I cut the cable line.
Being a dog owner myself, it's hard losing a pet. So it's very important for us to get their services restored.
There's a winter storm hitting right now. It's a Friday night. You showed up and the very next morning in some pretty terrible conditions and fixed us up.
That's what we try to do here at Ritter in a bad situation, try to make it better.
And we welcome you back into the Warrior Dome here on the campus of Westside High School. Marcus Carlton under the headset for senior night here at the Warrior Dome. Joining me now under the headset as well and be your play-by-play man tonight, Brad Brewer. Brad, good to have you back with us.
Thanks for having me, Marcus. Yeah, it should be a good one tonight. We have 2 teams that have kind of a struggle with season. They really have not been able to get their footing underneath either of them. However, for Westside, this is the game you really want to have. You know, they're sitting at 8 wins. They want to get to the point. They could still have double digits. They have 2 games left in the season, so you definitely want to win your senior night game. A big night for, especially, we have 3 seniors on this women's basketball team. We have Michaela Grissom, we have Sarah Johnson, and we have Faith Whitmire, who are all starting tonight, which you love to see. You want to start your seniors. It's their last game.
Absolutely.
You want to let them have an impact.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. The last time these teams met, as you saw, it was kind of a blowout for Valley View.
Yeah, these 2 teams met over at Valley View back in January 14th to be exact. A good night for Valley View, a not so good night for Westside. 62-33 was your final score in that one. Not many highlights to point to if you're a Westside fan on that, other than Bailey Willis led the way with 13 points. But I think you'll see a little different Westside team tonight. You know, you've got all the pageantry of senior night. These seniors, this is their last time to play in the Warrior Dome because district tournament will be starting up very soon, and it's over at Southside this year. So this is their last chance to go out the right way here at home. So you know these seniors are going to come out with a little extra focus tonight and a little extra fire in their step to, you know, try to make sure that they take this out the right way.
Yeah, 100%. And we both know that it gets loud in here, so
absolutely.
That'll definitely spur on the Lady Warriors tonight. And they'll 100% be looking for vengeance. You don't lose by 29 to a team and just, you know, roll over the next time you meet. You're coming back with a little bit more of a fire under your step.
Yeah,
so,
and I was there that night, and that was just, you know, this Westside team is better than what they showed that night. That was just one of those nights to where if it can go wrong, it does. And that's, you know, basically what happened to the Lady Warriors that night. And I expect them to play a lot better tonight. You know, you see a few empty seats there in the background, but it's starting to fill up. It's filled up a lot just since senior night ceremonies. All of those parents and family and everything have all sat down now. You know, it filled in a lot of the seats there. So, but I think you'll see a motivated team come out tonight. Coach Lehman definitely wants to get this win over Valley View to propel them into the district tournament coming up, I believe, next week over at Southside. So it'd be interesting to see if, you know, on the flip side of that, you've got Valley View, and they would love nothing more than to spoil senior night for Westside.
100%. Yeah, so, I mean, if you look at the standings right now, they're right next to each other. Valley View sitting 6th in the 4A Region 3, and Westside sitting in 7th. So, you know, they're fighting, like, they're on the cusp of, like, last place. You know, they're both towards the bottom of this conference, so there's definitely something to prove and possibly have some kind of postseason play for either of these teams.
We've got about just under 4 minutes left until tip-off, so we're going to go ahead and step away for another break, and we'll be back with your starting lineups and tip-off in this senior girls senior night action from the Warrior Dome here in Westside. You are watching High School Hoops on Tubetown, presented by Ritter Communications.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
My name is Kevin Moody. Both of my kids do online gaming. They let me know when the internet is down.
I'm Bobby Valentine. I work for Ritter Communications, and I'm a technician level 2.
My services were completely out. They sent Bobby out the next day. He told me that the box was shot.
It was shot.
With a gun. And he had it fixed within a couple hours once he got there. Bobby switched out my modem for me and had me upgraded to a faster speed. And both of my kids have been singing Bobby's praises since.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
My name is Donna Ann Lucy. I am from Caraway, Arkansas. I have been having trouble with my internet.
You got a lot of important things that you do from the internet, and you don't want to miss anything.
I usually use it to book rooms to watch my granddaughter play basketball. They had someone out that day, and it was back up within 20 minutes.
And it makes me feel so good to go there and take care of it, you know, and see the smile on her face, man. That makes my day right there.
Hello, everybody. We welcome you back to the Warrior Dome at Westside High School as we get set for a nice little crosstown rivalry matchup on senior night as the Westside Lady Warriors play host to the Blazers from Valley View. Brad Brewer here alongside Marcus Carlton as we get set up for this matchup with two teams who have had a bit of a struggle this season. We talked about it a little bit on the pre-show, Marcus, as they're right beside each other in the standings. Valley View currently sits 6th in the 4A Region 3 standings, and Westside sit right below them at 7th. So tell me some things you're looking for, as Valley View last month just blew out the Lady Warriors by 29.
Yeah. So back in January 14th to be exact, last time these two teams played, 62-33, Valley View came out the victor in that. And as we talked about in the pregame show a little bit, it was one of those nights that anything that could go right for Valley View did, and anything that could go wrong for Westside did. It was just, couldn't make shots, couldn't rebound, couldn't pass. I mean, it almost looked like they had never played before that night. It was just a rough night. And, hopefully Westside has put that behind them, and they are ready, willing, and able to give a better show tonight on senior night.
Definitely. That's what the Lady Warriors, exactly what they want. And so they have all three seniors on their team starting tonight. So tell us a little bit about these starters and what we can expect to see from them.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll start with Valley View. These are projected starters that we had, courtesy of Randy Myers, the voice of the Valley View Blazers. Hunter Gibson, Willow Carter, Emma Kelly, Emma Higgins, and Kate Dreiling. Projected starters. I think looks like we may have had a last-second change here, one of the starters, but we'll get to that in a minute. But moving on to Westside, Lainey Montgomery, Michaela Grissom, Sarah Johnson, Bailey Willis, and Faith Whitmire. Three seniors starting for Westside. Whitmire, Johnson, and I believe Grissom is the other senior.
So we want to keep our eyes on Johnson as well because she was questionable coming in tonight's game, recovering from a concussion.
Definitely had a talk with Coach Lehman right before tip-off, and she was questionable, but now she's back and ready to roll.
All right, so we get things started here at the Warrior Dome, and Valley View will have their first crack at an offensive drive here. We're going to take a look at how they decide to play this out. Just passing the ball around the arc right now. Taking a three-point shot, it's Hunter Gibson. Nothing comes out of it, but they get the ball back on the offensive rebound. Another crack at a three, and that time it goes in. That is number 20, Emma Higgins, recording the first points of the game. Good shot from her, as now Westside will look for a chance to respond.
Valley View opens up in man-to-man defense.
Yeah, going into the paint, and they'll get it done. That's Bailey Willis. So 3-2 lead for Valley View. Both teams able to score on their opening offensive drives.
Westside comes out in a matchup zone here. We'll see if Valley View can shoot them out of that zone.
Yeah, they just tried to shoot out from the three-point line. Didn't get it done, but another offensive rebound gets it done. That's Emma Kelly going for two for the Blazers.
Yeah, Westside failed to block out there, and Kelly took advantage of it.
All right, so we're looking to see what Westside wants to do. A little bit of miscommunication running into each other, and that's going to force the first turnover of the game. Valley View's going to get this ball back.
Got a substitution into the game. Sloan Welch comes in, replacing Sarah Johnson for Westside. There you see Westside in the 2-3 matchup zone.
All right, slow pace. Valley View really here, they probably don't want to change what they've done so far. It's been effective overall. I think one thing we've already seen we want to look at here are offensive rebounds from the Blazers, because they can afford to shoot threes and miss them if they can offensive rebound like they've been so far.
Right. If Westside continues to not turn and find somebody to block out, it's going to create a lot of offensive rebound opportunities for the Lady Blazers.
Absolutely. Taking more time here.
Notice Westside's extending their defense a little bit after the first couple three-pointers.
Absolutely. They've learned from their mistakes, but however, Valley View will still get the points. Hunter Gibson.
Another right place, right time for Valley View.
Absolutely. Inside the paint. They seem to be doing well from really all points of the field, as that 2-point shot will go well long for Westside. However,
that's a good steal.
Yeah, there you go. Turnover from Valley View. So each team has a turnover to their name, as Westside will take a look at getting more points. The 3-point shot does not fall, but they'll have another chance at it.
Westside needs to pull back and reset the offense. They're looking a little scattered here right at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. They're still looking to commit. Valley View's playing pretty tight. And yeah, these offensive players are getting swarmed every time, and that it comes to fruition. Westside gets his ball back again. A little bit of a scramble. Yeah,
look at the hustle by both teams there. Jump ball possession arrow will stay with Westside. Brad, I love to see the hustle from both teams early on. Scrapping, fighting, clawing, diving after the ball, multiple players on the floor. That's the kind of hustle you love to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know this game means a lot for both these teams, not just Westside, as it is senior night here. Especially these seniors from Westside really want to make a statement. We're seeing these seniors, they're having the ball more often than not. So they'll want to have a big game to carry this team to a vengeance win over Valley View. As they go in the paint, the ball soars over, as Valley View will get this ball back. The score 7-2 in favor of the visitors. That ball will go sailing out of bounds.
I think the pace right now is a little bit too fast for both teams, because you see just a little bit of sloppiness on some passes and quick shots that both teams maybe playing a little bit above their normal speed.
I can agree with you there. We're seeing definitely more turnovers. Usually you don't see too many turnovers in the beginning of the game because each team's fresh, but yeah, we're seeing a lot of mistakes happening so far, as a foul will be called.
It'll be Hunter Gibson, her first, and the first on Valley View.
So the ball will stay with Westside. Grissom will inbound the ball, looking for something. And that'll be tipped out of bounds, but that'll stay with Westside. So they'll have another shot at inbounding this right here.
Great defense there by Valley View. Almost got the 5-second call because Grissom had nowhere to throw the ball in.
Yeah, very good defense going on right now for the Blazers, as Westside, it looks like they're slowing things down. It looks like they're taking your advice here. And, well, I say that. They're driving to the paint, and that was a very dangerous situation, but they're able to get the hand on it.
Another foul on Valley View there. I believe that's going to be on Emma Higgins.
Yeah, so it looks like Bailey Willis for Westside is going to take our first free throw attempts of the night. Lines up for the first one, and that'll go through. she gets set for her second shot to close this into a one-possession game for Westside, and that'll go through. So both free throw attempts made by Willis. A much-needed medicine early on here for the Lady Warriors.
Absolutely. They had kind of gone into a bit of a scoring drought there over the last couple minutes after getting the quick basket early on in this game.
And so a bit of a ambitious pass there, and it ends up, I think that pressure forced Valley View out of their bounds, and so Westside's able to get the ball in there to go down quickly for a quick score. That's the fastest we've seen either of these teams score. They've been taking time to pass it around the arc usually, but that one just went straight through. So good stuff from Lady Warriors as Valley View will look to respond. The scores are then one. We have a three-point shot, and it is good from Emma Kelly.
Brad, this pace right now is a lot quicker than I've seen both of these teams play so far. It's slowing down in spurts, but overall both teams are playing very fast.
And speaking of fast, that's
quick
exactly
shot,
what Montgomery will go, but nothing will fall. However, offensive rebound gives another chance for Whitmire, but nothing falls there, so Valley View will get the ball back. Interesting, a lot of space there for a three-point shot, and it is good. Once again, Emma Kelly.
Two in a row there from the corner for Emma Kelly, and Coach Lehman's seen enough and decided she wants a timeout.
Yeah, it's a
Let's see
great
what
timeout.
we got here. Going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it here. Last couple possessions for Valley View, it's been wash, rinse, repeat because you've seen Emma Kelly work her way over here to the corner. The ball comes up the opposite side of the floor. The skip pass to the corner. You'll see here's the steal by Westside. Bailey Willis is going to take this the length of the floor. If this is the play I believe it is. Yeah, great shot there by Willis.
That's really
So here's the play over to the corner I was telling you about with Emma Kelly, and then Deja Vu.
I feel like that every single three-point shot from Valley View has been from that corner of the court.
Yeah.
They're able to open that up so well.
Yeah, early on, and they're shooting pretty good from that corner as well, which is surprising because I was always taught you want to force your opponent to shoot from the corner because that's the toughest shot they can have because you don't have the backboard to work with. You're shooting straight to the rim, and a lot of people, if you can shoot that shot, you can shoot anywhere.
Well, it looks like they're able to do it as no foul will be called there as Valley View will get the ball back, and it looks like they're going to want to go fast here. Going up, layup does not fall, and however,
great defense there.
Yeah,
Faith Whitmire with the charge.
So yeah, that offensive foul there.
That's a second foul on Emma Higgins. You may see here comes the substitution for Higgins. You're going to see Willow Carter come into the game, and we may not see Emma Higgins, may not see her till at least midway through the second quarter. That's 2 early fouls on her. 3 fouls already for Valley View as a team. No fouls for Westside. That's we're halfway through the first quarter here and no team fouls.
Pretty impressive. However, a turnover, so they might not be sloppy on fouls, but they're being sloppy on turnovers so far as Westside will give it away. And we'll see anything similar from Valley View. It looks like tighter defense, but they're going to get it in, and they're going to get an offensive rebound off that bad shot. And a wide open three once again. All just pops out of the rim for Emma Kelly. She's been ice cold tonight. As no points will come up there for Valley View on a pretty impressive offensive drive overall. And that ball will go out of bounds. The pace, I think I agree with you. They're just trying to go too fast.
Yeah, Valley View's dominating the boards early on, especially on the offensive end. We've seen possessions with 2 and 3 shots for the Blazers. Substitution into the game for Westside. It looks like Michaela Grissom goes out, and I didn't see who came in her place. Bailey Rogers, maybe?
Ooh, a sloppy pass right there.
I believe Bailey Rogers was the one that came into the game there. 23, yep.
You hate to see that as Valley View will get the offensive possession here as they're really opening this game up 13-6 right now.
Yeah, missed opportunity. I'm sorry, Brad. Missed opportunity there by Westside.
No problem. They're getting these wide open shots. That was a long two, it looked like, from Hunter Gibson. And yeah, this defense is just not playing tight enough.
Yeah, they jumped to the corner to stop that shot, and the pass came back quicker to the top of the key rather than they could get there, and it gave about a wide open 17, 18-foot jumper.
Valley View looking 2 steps ahead. However, 2 points will go on the board courtesy of Bailey Willis.
Bailey Willis leading the way for Westside right now. By my calculations, she's got all 8 points. Unofficially, of course.
Yeah, Bailey Willis carrying Westside, but it's going to take a lot more than Willis for this game as a whistle's called.
Going to get Dreiling on that one.
Yep. So Westside will get the ball right here.
14 fouls for Valley View, and we're closing in on the last 90 seconds of the first quarter, and still no team fouls from Westside. You got to like that if you're Coach Lehman, even though you're trailing.
Yeah.
It means you're playing clean.
Yeah, but clean ones you get you so far. You have to
That's right. You
got to
put the ball in the bucket.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Another foul called on number 11.
Willow Carter.
Yeah.
I mean, at the pace Valley View is continuing to foul, they may put Westside in the bonus here before the end of the quarter. Bailey Willis takes a seat, and Danelia Roscoe into the game for Westside, seeing her first action tonight.
Montgomery looking to get something happening, add some more scoring to the mix instead of just being Bailey Willis for Westside. But once again, this defense for Valley View, they're doing exactly the opposite of what Westside. They're playing tight.
Down.
They're not allowing them anything here.
Illegal screen looks like, Got Faith Whitmire on the illegal screen. I saw it as soon as she said it. She kind of scooted her feet a little bit, and they're Johnny on the spot with the official there to get that one. So first team foul, and first foul on Faith Whitmire.
So Gibson looking to start another successful offensive drive for Valley View. Have had really no problems so far this game. With their travel, that's what it's going to be called. So right as I say it, Caster's jinx. I said they've had no problems, but hey, they turned it over. So
a couple substitutions into the game for Valley View: Haley Rich and Ariel Garza.
Westside's really going to want to capitalize on this error, get themselves in double-digit scoring, get themselves back in the game as we approach the end of this first quarter here.
Yeah, Westside's got to get some offense rolling. Bailey Willis is out of the game right now, so you got to find someone else. Oh, they missed Sloan Welch underneath the goal at the back door there for a wide-open layup. They just didn't see her till it was too late.
That's that tight defense, you know. You might have someone open, but it doesn't matter if you can't see them.
There's a good cut by Sloan Welch.
There you go. Some really
right
nice
to the back
stuff.
door.
Sloan Welch getting the points there, and that's definitely you want to see that. Especially, I wonder if Bailey Willis getting into the game is the coach saying, "You guys are going to have to do something. You can't just put it on
forcing
this."
them somebody else to step up. But
final 5 seconds coming in. Valley View looking to get some quick points before the end of the quarter. Let's see, they'll get the shot off, but it's not going to go in. So that'll be the end of the first quarter. Valley View having a pretty nice 15-10 lead here at the end of the first. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. Welcome you back here to the Warrior Dome for Senior Night Girls Basketball as the Westside Lady Warriors trail the visitors. Valley View Blazers 15-10 is your score after one. And we saw some pretty, honestly, Valley View, I think they're playing really good on both sides of the ball. They're playing really stout defense while getting a lot of open shots.
Yeah, a lot of frantic action early, up and down, fast pace. Valley View, for the most part, their defense just had Westside on lockdown, with the exception of Bailey Willis, had 8 of Westside's 10 points, and then Sloan Welch with the other 2 for Westside. Early on, Emma Kelly with the hot hand for Valley View.
An initial fast 3 there. They're not looking to do any ball movement there, but does not fall as Westside will have a shot at this. Some tight defense. Once again, that fast pace kind of coming back to haunt Westside. I mean, looks like they'll keep the ball, but I mean, that's still I feel like they're just playing with a lot more danger than they really need to.
Yeah, I think Bailey Willis got bailed out right there with a foul by Ariel Garza. She's coming down 1-on-3, 1-on-4. Got bailed out by the foul, but it works, and they end up with a 3-pointer from Sloan Welch.
That's right. So, and she's kind of, I think she has her 5th point of the game.
Right.
So looking good for her. She's looking to compliment Willis as Valley View. They're seeing this lead slip away, and
yeah, we're down to a 2-point game now.
Yeah. So it looks like that ball will go out of bounds, but
Westside's on a little mini run here to cut this lead down to 2 points, and you're also seeing a little change in the defense here by Westside as well.
Yeah, let's see what the foul call will be over here. Or is that's a foul at all?
Yeah, they're going to get Faith Whitmire. That's her second foul. Second team foul as well.
So they'll go to the line, Valley View will. Willow Carter, I believe this is the first time Valley View will go to the line, and she will drain her first.
Yeah, first free throws for Valley View tonight into the second quarter. It's only the second foul for Westside as a team, and both are on Faith Whitmire, and you're about to see Faith Whitmire come sit on the bench for a couple minutes because of some foul trouble. Cadence Burke into the game replacing Whitmire.
Yeah, Willow Carter making both those free throws to make this back into multiple possessions for the Blazers, 4-point lead. As Westside will look to have something to say about that. They had a good run. Ooh, a little feisty defense coming there. Nearly gets the turnover for Valley View, and that turnover actually coming to fruition.
Yeah,
so,
it leads to an errant pass. The high pressure out front forces a bad pass, forces another bad pass, and Valley View gets the turnover. Another foul on Westside. Going to get Cadence Burke.
Yep. So they'll inbound the ball. Looks like that will be number 500. Gibson inbounding, and tough defense. However, Valley View still able to get a hold of the ball. In the paint, nothing falls as Westside will get the ball back. Westside did a really good job of getting the pressure on that inbound.
Yeah, turned the defense up a little bit on the inbounds pass. Forced the turnover.
When we say turning the defense up, Valley View's been doing that all game long. However, able to get an opening on the outside. And it looks like we might have an injury on the field, on the court. I believe that.
Is that Cadence Burke?
I believe. And she looks...
I didn't see what happened. I looked down at my stat sheet for a second and didn't see her go down.
It looked like she went for the layup, and so I think she probably just came down awkwardly. And
maybe come down on somebody's foot or something. So.
Yeah, and she does not look... She looks like a bit of discomfort. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back after hopefully things get sorted out here.
My name is Raynessa Chandler. I am currently the manager of technical support for Ritter Communications. Ritter is like family in more ways than one. My aunt retired after 33 and a half years here, and currently I have two cousins that work at Ritter. We have a variety of talented individuals. They motivate us and encourage us to do the right thing. We're grateful for the opportunity to work at a place such as Ritter and to be able to help others, because that's what it's all about, serving others.
Our dog got hit by a car. My wife and children were very upset about losing Buddy. While I was burying the dog, I cut the cable line.
Being a dog owner myself, it's hard losing a pet. So it's very important for us to get their services restored.
There's a winter storm hitting right now. It was a Friday night. You showed up and the very next morning in some pretty terrible conditions and fixed us up.
That's what we try to do here at Ritter in a bad situation, try to make it better.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
Welcome you back to the Warrior Dome as Cadence Burke was able to walk off the court with some help. She was having to... It looked like an ankle injury. That's what it definitely looked like. She had to kind of hop on one leg off the court. So we hope everything is okay and that not a minor injury as we head down to the final games of the season. You never like to see injuries.
Yeah, and the injury bug has bitten Westside hard this year. Gracie Turpin is out. Kanaya Ford's out for the whole season. Sarah Johnson was questionable. Here's a steal by Westside. Going to have a foul on Hunter Gibson. It'll be her second. But, and you hate to see injuries at any time, but when you have a team that's pretty much been decimated by injuries, then you have another one come in. This will be 1-1 for Westside.
Yeah, so looks like Bailey Rogers will come to the line for the Lady Warriors for a 1-1. second one will bounce out there. And the Westside's able to get the rebound, and it's going out of bounds, so Valley View will get the ball in the end. As Emma Kelly will inbound it to Kaylee George, looks like. See what kind of pace they'll come, as their Westside's defense stepped it up, so Valley View's going to have to kind of step it up, maybe try something different to get some points on the board. Around back to the arc. Yeah, much different defense. Some opening, but the ball wasn't able to get there in time. However, three-point shot comes in, and it is good for Kaylee George. She's able to get Valley View back into scoring ways. The Westside will look to respond. 5-point lead for the Blazers here. Rogers gives it out to Sloan Welch, who has really stepped it up. Her and Bailey Willis have been the two lead scorers for the Lady Warriors, and tight defense swarming Montgomery.
Who got that last three, Brad? I missed that.
That was Kaylee George, I believe.
Okay.
As looks like a foul. We'll see who this is called on. 23 on West Side, so
Bailey Rogers get with the foul.
So Valley View will maintain possession of the ball, inbound it in towards the paint. Nothing falls. However, they'll get the ball back on that offensive rebound. The ball. Valley View's not able to make any of these shots down here. And once again, another offensive rebound, and it finally goes in
Garza
for
with
the
the
Blazers.
putback. Another offensive rebound for Valley View.
Yeah, like as we said earlier in this broadcast, they've been able to get so many of those offensive rebounds, and that's so important. Even if your shots aren't initially falling, they're able to get second, third, even fourth chances like we just saw. And so we talked about that run that the Lady Warriors were on, closing the gap, but the Blazers did the exact same thing.
Yeah, they've
to open
answered
that
with
gap
a run
up.
of their own to put the lead back out to 7.
Wide open three-point attempt there does not fall good for Bailey Rogers. They'll get another chance at it, but that won't fall either.
Good battle there. Westside chasing the offensive board, just couldn't control it there, and another turnover, and the ball goes back to Valley View.
And so Valley View has another chance to extend this lead that they've done a good job in the second quarter of extending. Taking a look at the pace here. Looks like they're going to want to get a little bit fast, but a tip will go out of bounds, so Valley View will be able to keep the ball here.
Yeah, Westside staying in that 2-3 matchup zone, but they're extending it out a little bit beyond the three-point line.
Yeah,
in an effort to try to stop giving up so many threes early on.
Well, and they're stopping the shots. Like Valley View's having a harder time shooting the ball, but they're not rebounding as well.
Right.
Like so, they're gonna have to rebound. So they've answered one problem, but I feel like they've completely found another one. As Valley View won't get any points there, so no harm done by Valley View's offense, and tight defense from Valley View, as that too will go in and out. Unfortunate stuff there for the Lady Warriors, as Valley View will once again get the ball. 7-point lead for the Blazers with just under 4 minutes remaining in the half.
Hayden Leblong into the game, replacing Ariel Garza for the Lady Blazers. Nice look down here by Sloan Welch. The ball bounced and hit every part of the rim, just rimmed out and still falling through.
So, unlucky stuff for the Lady Warriors. And they definitely probably want that luck on their side. I mean, it's senior night. You know, the luck should be on their side.
Yeah, I mean, get your 4-leaf clover, your Buckeye, whatever you can get for a good luck charm, rabbit's foot. I'm sure they'll take it all tonight.
Yeah, the whole 9 yards. It looks like a wide-open three-point shot generated by Valley View. Won't fall good.
Brad, that almost looked like it hit the bottom underneath part of the backboard and almost looked like it came through the net. It was almost like an optical illusion there. I was about to put 3 down on the board.
Yeah, but it wasn't enough on that three-point shot at the end of the day. So, yeah, Valley View's offense on the past couple of drives have been stalling. So, Westside really needs to take advantage of these opportunities they're getting to close. Nice pass there from Montgomery, as Westside's able to avoid a bit of a difficult situation. And, it looked like a turnover there. That's another one of your optical illusions, and a 2-point shot will fall.
Who else? Bailey Willis with 2 more.
That's right. She's been on fire tonight. She's back into the game. Valley View, though, will go on a quick run back to the court, and they're going to get those points right back.
Is that Diffany?
I missed that. I was looking at the
I believe it was Lily Diffany. That's who, unofficially, that's who we're going to say got that layup. It was kind of hard to see. We had somebody walking in front of us here, and I had to look at the monitor.
Definitely a lot of fans here. And this is a crosstown traveling call. So Valley View get the ball back. We have a lot of fans here. Like we said, this is a crosstown rivalry. So
there you go. There's a good shot of it. All right, great work by our guys in the truck, showing full house here at the Warrior Dome. Of course, it's always that way here. The fans here are great. They come out and support the teams, no matter boys, girls, no matter the sport. We always have a good crowd here at anytime we show up at the Warrior Dome.
Yeah, and the visiting teams have done a really good job of showing up.
They really have.
Just across the town. But even Blytheville, just a couple weeks ago, they filled this place up.
They sure did.
Valley View.
Such a unique environment here too. You know, you've got a lot of schools in this conference have the arena style facilities that they play in, and Westside's one of the last what I would call a traditional gym. Good battle underneath, jump ball, possession will go to Westside.
Yeah, it looked like Haley Rich had a chance for a possible three there, but elected to take it inside, but didn't really get it going for her. So no points coming up there for Valley View. Kind of unfortunate, especially with the. It looked like Kaylee Rich had a couple of good looks there, 1 for 3 and 1 for 2, but in the end, 0 points.
Yeah, and Lady Blazers are leaving the door open here for Westside if they can convert to cut into this 7-point lead. Dangerous pass right there.
Yeah, but once again, they're able to thread the needle as the turnovers have cleaned up, but it seems less of because the teams are playing, the offensive are playing cleaner. It's just these defenses aren't able to really take off shooting. A very an unorthodox shot coming in there. And Westside's going to close this thing back up to 5.
Bailey Willis again with the running one-hander from about 12 feet and using the glass Tim Duncan style.
So here we go, Valley View looking to respond. Haven't really scored too much in the last, honestly, in the middle stages of this second quarter. Tight defense. That 2 will go in and out, it looks like, as Westside's going to get to the ball. And Valley View did a good job of falling back pretty quickly, so I was saying they had the speed to possibly go, but however, they fell back too quickly, perhaps, leaving open a wide-open 3, but that will not go in for Whitmire, as Valley View looking to go pretty quick on the pace. They'll slow it down. Some decent space there on the corner. Looks like they're opening those corners back up again, which...
Yeah, that worked well for them early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Setting up
See Emma Kelly directing traffic a little bit to put somebody down in that corner to try to set things up, just as you were talking about.
Yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
There you go.
And however, we haven't seen it used, but you have to think there's always a problem for this defense from Westside. They're able to stop the threes, but then they're not able to defensive rebound, excuse me. And Valley View is really able to get on hands on this ball, but they're not able to turn it over. Is that long 2, 3 perhaps? Does not go in, so Valley View is going to get this ball back after a quick possession.
Yeah, probably not the look Coach Lehman wanted there, but...
Final seconds on the half. A 3-point will not go, and that'll be it. So, a pretty back-and-forth second quarter there. We had a couple of runs from each team. However, Valley View will take a 5-point lead into halftime. Your score, the Blazers, 24. The Lady Warriors are at 19. So we're going to take a quick break as we step into halftime here on Tubetown.
My name is Donna Ann Lucy. I am from Caraway, Arkansas. I had been having trouble with my internet.
You got a lot of important things that you do from the internet, and you don't want to miss anything.
I usually use it to book rooms to watch my granddaughter play basketball. They had someone out that day, and it was back up within 20 minutes.
And it makes me feel so good to go there and take care of it, and see the smile on her face, man. That makes my day right there.
My name is Raynessa Chandler. I am currently the manager of technical support for Ritter Communications. Ritter is like family in more ways than one. My aunt retired after 33 and a half years here, and currently I have 2 cousins that work at Ritter. We have a variety of talented individuals. They motivate us and encourage us to do the right thing. We're grateful for the opportunity to work at a place such as Ritter and to be able to help others, because that's what it's all about, serving others.
Halftime here at the Warrior Dome, 24-19 your score. Valley View Lady Blazers leading the Lady Westside Warriors here on senior night. And with it being senior night, we got a very special interview with us here at halftime. Football sensation and the newest member of the Arkansas State Red Wolves, Logan McPherson. Logan, appreciate you coming in and joining us here at halftime.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You want to talk a little bit about your senior season with this being senior night and all? Kind of recap football from your perspective. What would you had several big games there. You went on a stretch that was just shattering school records left and right with in-game totals and your season total of yardage for the year eclipsing the 2,000-yard mark for the season. We were there the whole time with you guys. And the game that sticks out to me is probably the Rivercrest game, where it seemed like you ran for about a quarter of a mile in that game.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, that game. I feel like at the beginning of the season, it was kind of, after the concussion, it kind of worried me. I didn't really know how the season was going to go, and I was just nervous. Hoxie and Pocahontas didn't really go very well for us, and we came back Highland. I feel like we really started to come together, and the whole team, and it really helped us. And yeah, definitely the Rivercrest game, it was crazy. We all were just doing everything we needed to do to win that game, and we just kept doing it. It was amazing.
So when you have a game like that and everything's just going right, I mean, does it feel any different? I mean, you hear people talk about being in the zone. Did you feel like maybe you were in the zone that night?
Oh yeah, I really feel like we did. We really came together that game, and I feel like we noticed that we could actually win, do stuff, win the conference championship. Go past the first round, and we knew we could do that, and we worked for that.
Yeah, it's just I mentioned the history-making season with your stats and eclipsing the school record and going over 2,000 yards for the season. You guys also brought home the first conference title for Westside football. I mean, how does that make you feel knowing that your legacy is, your senior year, you guys did something very special?
It feels great. It feels really good just knowing that we really worked for that, and we really needed the whole team to know that. We all needed to know what we were wanting to do and get that. We worked for that.
Sure. You mentioned a little bit of adversity would come out. A lot of hype coming into the opening season game, part of the Hootens Kickoff Classic. You guys got to play Greene County Tech at where you'll be continuing to play now at the Vault over on the campus of Arkansas State, and come out. And early on, you were injured in that game and ended up missing. I think, did you miss 2 full games?
I missed all of GCT, right? All of Cave City, and then 2 quarters of Hoxie.
Okay. So you missed some time there, and then when you come back, when I played, I never had a serious injury, but I've talked to some of my friends who have had serious injuries and some other people, and they say that overcoming the mental aspect of it is sometimes just as tough, if not more so, than the physical.
Yeah, I really worried that my season was just pretty much over, that I really wasn't going to do anything, and just kind of had to work harder. I felt like just get back into my groove, I guess you can call it.
So signing day was this past Wednesday. You signed as preferred walk-on with Arkansas State, Coach Anderson. Talk a little bit about your future there as a Red Wolf.
I'm really excited. It's an honor. I just want to thank everybody that's helped me get to this point, just my coaches, my family, and my teammates. Without them, I probably wouldn't be here right now, just pushing me harder every day. But, yeah, I'm blessed to be able to say I'm playing for the Red Wolves. It's always been a dream for me. I'm really excited.
Absolutely. I mean, it's great to get to continue your career beyond high school at any level, but to get to go to the D1 level like you're going to do, I mean, that's why you play the game. I mean, that's what you want to get in the end. That's the ultimate goal. So, anything else for you on senior night that maybe you want to throw out there?
I just want to thank everybody that's helped me through all this, and let's go, baby. Let's go,
yeah, there you go. You got a big win. You got to help the basketball team get tonight here against. I would say Brooklyn's probably the top rival now, but you guys still like beating Valley View as well, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, Logan, we appreciate you coming by and spending a little time with us, and all of Warrior Nation and all of the viewership on Tubetown and everybody. We'll be keeping our eye on you and the Red Wolves for the years to come, man. Good luck. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Our dog got hit by a car. My wife and children were very upset about losing Buddy. While I was burying the dog, I cut the cable line.
Being a dog owner myself, it's hard losing a pet. So it's very important for us to get their services restored.
There's a winter storm hitting right now. It's a Friday night. You showed up and the very next morning in some pretty terrible conditions and fixed us up.
That's what we try to do here at Ritter in a bad situation, try to make it better.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
My name is Kevin Moody. Both my kids do online gaming. They let me know when the internet is down.
I'm Bobby Valentine. I work for Ritter Communications, and I'm a technician level 2.
My services were completely out. They sent Bobby out the next day. He told me that the box was shot.
It was shot.
With a gun. And he had it fixed within a couple hours once he got there. Bobby switched out my modem for me and had me upgraded to a faster speed. And both of my kids have been singing Bobby's praises since.
We welcome you back to the Warrior Dome. Just getting towards the end of halftime here as Valley View leads the Lady Warriors 24-19 in this crosstown rivalry on senior night. So Westside hanging in there, a couple runs towards the end of that half. Westside had one coming in, and then Valley View responds. Looking at the leading scorer for each team for Valley View, it's Emma Kelly. 2 threes there. That three-point game really became lethal, especially early in that first half for Valley View. However, Westside, being carried by Bailey Willis, 14 points. Accounting for almost all of their points, just 5 being scored outside of her. So
only 2 players have scored for Westside. You've got Bailey Willis with 14, and you've got Sloan Welch. I've got Sloan Welch with 5.
Yeah.
So that makes up the 19.
Yep.
So at least, hey, my mom will be proud as a math teacher that I can still add. So there you go. 19 points for Westside at halftime. Willis had the hot hand early. It looked like Emma Kelly was going to match her early on with a couple of quick threes, but she kind of cooled off. The defense kind of changed their focus a little bit and shut her down. Kind of opened the door for some other players for Valley View. They pretty even scoring across the board for them.
One thing I want to note is that all of the seniors for Westside have not really been able to contribute much, especially in terms of the offense. So that's we hope to see that turn around, because I was personally hoping to see at least one of these seniors kind of step up and make a great swan song.
Well, and it may be that you have them pressing just a little too hard, trying to make something happen, knowing that it's senior night. It's almost like maybe they've kind of gotten in their own heads a little bit, and they seem to be forcing the issue. Faith Whitmire's had several good looks and just haven't been able to get anything to drop so far. Third quarter underway, Brad.
Yeah, so Valley View will start things off with the ball. We'll see if we can take any different looks from their offense. I doubt it, though. They've been performing pretty well, being able to spread the ball out really well. But, however, they're just going to go ahead and start off with a turnover. So
yeah, good steal there by Westside.
Yeah, good start for Westside as they're going to be able to have an opportunity to close this lead up as we begin the second half.
Sloan Welch got by with a travel there, but
so let's see if they're able to get by with the extra opportunity that the referees will hand to them. However, that tight defense that we saw from Valley View carrying over into the second half, really making Westside work for this, as they'll get Montgomery out. She's going to travel around the arc, throw it over, and there's that traveling, so ends up catching up with them. Yeah,
Valley View sticking with their high-pressure man-to-man defense. didn't really force that turnover, but they forced Westside to have to pass the ball around a little more than they wanted there, looking for the good shot that never came.
All right, so Valley View's going to have another chance at this, get themselves on the board for the second half, and the shot looked like it was about to go in, bounce in, however it bounced out. Yeah.
Got Sloan Welch on the foul there.
Yep, so
it's only her first.
Katie Dreiling will go to the line.
It's Dreiling's first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Yep, let's see if she can get on the board. The first one will not go good. So she'll have another shot at it to get on the board. She sets up for the second shot, and that will go in. So that is Dreiling's first points for the night, as Westside look to respond down 6 here. Montgomery taking the ball down court. As we've seen her, she seems to be the starting point, the foundation of a lot of these drives.
Right.
She does something similar from the past drive. She starts from the corner, goes on the arc. That ball, that drive will.
Yeah, Bailey Rogers. That's a good look to Rogers underneath there by Montgomery. Gibson just happened to slap it away just at the right moment to keep the layup from happening.
Ball back inbounds to Montgomery. Start this drive. It looks like a little bit of a turnover, but they're able to save, and Montgomery is able to go in and get the layup.
Another nice move there, cutting to the basket. Their penetration into the middle of the lane drew the defense and left a wide open layup on the side.
Yeah, so Montgomery will become the third player, I believe, to score points for the Lady Warriors. Valley View looking to respond. That ball will roll over the rim, but they're able to get the offensive rebound. However, being swamped by 3 defenders from the Lady Warriors, and she's able to get the offensive rebound again. Just a complete swarm over there. A pretty easy shot. Looked like it came in for Dreiling, but she's not able to have it go. So
Brad, 3 shots on that possession for Valley View. Westside's got to tighten up their defensive rebounding if they want to eclipse this 4-point lead.
Absolutely. We saw that really haunting them in the first half as well. And you'd think that would be one of the things that would come up in that conversation at halftime. However, they're able to get 2 points there from who else?
Bailey Willis. It's the Bailey Willis show tonight for Westside.
So down to 2 is the lead for Valley View. They're looking to tighten this up back to multiple possessions, and wide open 3-point shot, and that will fall for Hunter Gibson. And they just made that easy for her. Blown defense for Westside, and we've seen this happen multiple times so far in the game. They're getting close, but then they let Valley View kind of pull back away. Really need to see them break that hurdle.
So Valley View has great ball movement, and it's catching Westside a little out of position in this zone. Shot up by Bailey Willis, no good. And then it looks like we're going to have a turnover by Valley View, so give it back to Westside right underneath their goal. I believe the travel was the call there. I couldn't see. We had a lot of people walking in front of us, and it was a little difficult to see.
So Westside able to get another shot of this. Montgomery gets the inbound. And driving in, that stiff defense in the paint, but it will not matter, as Sloan Welch is able to get the points on.
We got a ball game, Brad. 3-point.
Yeah, Westside's done a really good job. A turnover, as well. So that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Westside, having a real chance to maybe tie things up here. So Montgomery's able to hold on to the ball.
If you're a Westside fan, you'd like to see them kind of slow down here and sit and run the offense and get a good look, just like that right there.
Bailey Willis cannot make that shot go. Have an offensive rebound. The
ball.
Yep. So
stay with Westside.
Take a look here
on the replay. Timeout on the floor.
Decent ball movement. Looked like she was going to go for the shot. Was Willis, but she's able to get it in. Yeah, you have to think Valley View knows that they're shooters. She's making points, so I bet everyone was scared, and that opens up opportunities for everyone else.
Willis, with the game she's having, she's going to draw all the defense, and her teammate there, Sloan Welch, did exactly what she needed to do. When she saw the defense collapse around Bailey Willis, she cut to the goal because she knew there would be a wide open lane for her to shoot the layup. Willis found her, 2 points up and in, and here we sit with a 3-point differential. To this point, if you're Coach Lehman, you got to be happy with the way Westside's playing, considering how the last game went over at Valley View, where Valley View dominated the evening. I said it early in the pregame show that I expected to see a different Westside team tonight, and I think so far we have.
Yeah, we're definitely not looking at a 29-point blowout here, as Westside has a chance to close that lead, but they're just going to give the ball back to the Blazers.
Good idea on the pass back there, but that's always tough to catch a bounce pass down that deep into the post.
All right, let's see if Westside's able to scramble in. Looked like a potential 3-point opportunity there. However, nothing will really come of it.
Yeah, they're going to get Whitmire. That's her third. She had the right idea, and It was just Emma Higgins happened to avoid the contact and drew just enough for Whitmire to pick up her third foul here.
She's able to go to the free throw line because of her efforts, and she will make the first free throw to add a point to the Blazers' shrinking lead.
Extend it back out to 4 here. Second free throw pushes it back to 5. Just over 4 minutes left here in the third. Now you see full court pressure.
Ooh.
And
not able to come down with that.
Yeah, that's exactly
right
what
there.
if you're putting the full court pressure on, that's what you want. You want to force a turnover directly or indirectly. That one was indirect due to the bad pass.
Yeah, so Whitmire's not able to hang on. Gives the ball right back to the Blazers with great position on the court.
Good collapse there.
Yeah.
Triple team on the defense.
They're able to make up for that mistake as they're able to get the ball back off that turnover from Valley View. Fast offense, has a chance at a 3, and she will take it. It will bounce in and out for Whitmire.
Oh, wow. I think Whitmire just picked up her 4th. She did.
Yeah.
Holy cow. That's huge for Westside. You probably won't see Faith Whitmire until late into the fourth quarter now. Substitution in the game, Denelia Roscoe in for Faith Whitmire.
That's
who
unfortunate.
sits with 4 fouls. Yeah, and I didn't see a lot of contact there, but I wasn't as close to it as the official. So,
yeah, Whitmire 4 fouls, and she's one of the seniors in this game. So, I mean,
yeah, you kind of hate to see that if you're a Westside
yeah,
fan.
you definitely don't want to be fouled out on your final game of your high school career. High pass, able to come down with it. So Valley View's able to hang on. Just gets it back out to the middle of the court. A lot of ball movement here. A 3-point shot comes in from Gibson, and it will not fall. But however, Valley View.
Yeah, it looks like the last touch by Westside.
Yeah, Valley View's going to have another shot right here, so we'll inbound it by the goal. Let's see. Oh, leaving the corner wide open. However, the 3-point's not shot.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's a tough break right there. Sloan Welch chasing the ball. Gets one hand on it but can't bring it in, and now Valley View gets yet another possession. This is another trip down the floor for Valley View where they've had multiple opportunities to score.
Yeah. This time, less off the offensive rebounds and more just on the mistakes of Westside as they're able to sling it around the arc and get an opening. Thought she had a chance there, but no, she doesn't. But there's your 3-point chance, and that one will finally fall for Valley View. Emma Kelly on the shot. She will pick up 3 for herself and extend. Like I said, Westside, they're able to get so close, but now this lead has just extended to 8.
Yeah, it seems like they can't get over the hump. They cut
Yeah.
the lead down to 2 or 3 there, a one-possession game either way, and it's like Valley View is almost toying with them a little bit, let them get within reach and then pull the carpet out from under them.
Tough scenes here as Valley View is able to get the ball back to extend this perhaps to a double-digit lead. And a 3-point shot almost will do just that, but it will not fall. Whistle called. Looks like foul.
Yeah, they're going to get Emma Kelly with a little bump there on Bailey Willis coming up the sideline. That's a first-team foul for Valley View here in the second half. If you remember back to the first half, we had it complete opposite.
Yeah.
Westside went the entire first quarter and half of the second quarter with no fouls, and now Valley View's gone to the 2:45 mark of the third quarter with no fouls. A lot of contact there, no call.
So once again, the Blazers having a stroke of fortune here. Firing from the free throw line will not fall for...
Yeah, we're going to get the offensive foul. Looks like they're going to get Gibson. Yeah. Gibson with her third with the push off on Bailey Willis there. Full court pressure now by the Lady Blazers again.
I mean, why not if it's working? Nearly intercepted.
Oh,
right
place,
there.
right place, right time.
Yeah, it had
Too
a
many
lot of
steps.
Yeah, man, that you hate to see that because Westside. I mean, the full court press there, they were able to get the ball out onto their side of the court, and so they had a really great chance to get it in. But Westside once again not able to take advantage of these opportunities given to them. Valley View, I feel like I want to see the possession timer because I feel like they've had this ball for a very long time.
They've definitely had more possessions and chances to score tonight than Westside has had.
A 3-point shot nearly goes in, but does not for Valley View. That was Kaylee George on the shot. As Montgomery will look to get things going here for Westside. That ball fall out of bounds, and that'll stay with Westside. Yeah, reach in from a Valley View defender. I believe that was Higgins. So, really interested to see what Westside, what they're thinking. You know, how are you going to get past this Valley View defense is causing you so much trouble.
Well, and Valley View's changed their defense as well. They were in a man-to-man the majority of the game, and they've made the switch over to a matchup zone now. Sloan Welch from about 15 is good.
Yep, so from 2 points from the free throw line, it's good to get some points on the board for Westside. It feels like it's been a while since that happened, so, and still, it's 6 points.
Yeah,
so
still within reach, minute and a half left in the third. You just got to play good defense here and not give up an easy shot or multiple shots on one possession.
A little bit of a off-base pass, able to Valley View's really been able to come in with these, even if a pass is too high or wide, they're able to take care of it at the end of the day. As Valley View will get another shot at this, the two will roll out.
That's a tough roll right there.
Yeah. So it looks like Westside looking to pick up the pace. However, Valley View did a good job of getting back in.
Valley View's done a really great job, as you pointed out, of getting back on defense tonight, and it's not allowed many fast break points by Westside. They've had the numbers game has always been in their favor coming off a possession like that.
Scary stuff coming in, as looked like Valley View was about to force a turnover off of Westside. How instead we're going to get a 3-point shot. Does not land as it goes
unfortunate
over
bounce.
the backboard.
Substitution
Welch.
into the game for Westside. Michaela Grissom in, replacing Bailey Rogers for the final 37 seconds here in the third quarter.
All right, so Valley View looking to extend their lead as we approach the end of this third quarter. Taking their time. Naturally, drain the clock. Don't give the other team a chance.
Yeah, no shot clock here in high school, so they could run this all the way down if they choose to. And it looks like with them backing out to almost half court, it looks like that may be their plan.
Spinning out to her left. Going over to the paint. Going back to a 3-point shot. And, just a little bit too far right it was for Higgins, as Westside's going to take a half court. Yeah, nothing happening there. So that'll be the end of the third quarter. And Valley View able to open this lead up a little bit, 33-27 over the Lady Warriors. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with the final quarter action here at the Warrior Dome. Back for the fourth quarter at the Warrior Dome. Senior night here for the girls basketball team for the Lady Warriors. Not really looking too good. I don't even think they've had the lead so far in this game.
They have not led in this game. The closest they've come since tip-off is they closed the lead to within 3 points there, and Valley View made a run there in the third quarter to extend it back up to as many as 8, I believe, at one point, and we set with a 6-point deficit for Westside right now as we start the fourth quarter.
But hey, a perfect opportunity for a great storyline ending for senior night and for these three seniors looking to end their careers here. Yeah, nice comeback opportunity.
This game is definitely within reach for Westside. What they need to do is they need to be careful with their passes and work good shots in and not give up multiple shots on the defensive end.
All right, there we go. Westside looking to open the quarter in scoring ways, which they were not able really to do much of in the third quarter. Tight defense, however, making them move the ball around a lot.
Great help defense there by Westside because it looked like Sloan Welch may have been able to drive the baseline, but help defense cut her off.
A bit of a tip coming in from Valley View. A wide open 3-point shot. Had to take a little time to get the ball. Man, if she got that reception in, she probably would have had a much better shot, much more time to line that up, but nothing falls. Westside just really not able to bring everything together to take advantage of these opportunities that the Blazers are giving them.
You got to wonder here, Brad, if Valley View would be content to maybe pull out spread out their offense and maybe kind of run the clock a little bit and make Westside come out to them, which would open up the lane and potentially easy layups.
And that definitely wouldn't, with the way the clock's going, I don't think they would have any problem with that.
Well, as I pointed out, there's no shot clock here in high school ball, so you can, if Valley View chooses to and Westside doesn't bring their defense out to pick them up, they could literally hold the ball for the entire quarter. I hope they don't because that'll be quite boring TV. But
yeah, we'll have to come up with some off-the-wall conversations probably to
start telling remember when stories,
And we could talk about remember when stories from a month ago. And at least it's not that. It's been a tough game from Westside, but at the end of the day, it's not 29 points. It's, like you said, it's still within reach. However, to the free throw line will Valley View.
Yeah, that foul was on Michaela Grissom.
Yep,
so Westside. It's only her first, but it's the team's fourth. Pretty clean half of ball here in the second half. Only 2 team fouls for Valley View, only 4 for Westside, so neither team in the bonus. She was in the act of shooting, so she'll get free throws there.
So 1 of 2 of the free throws will fall as Westside.
And I believe they waved that one off due to a lane violation.
So ended up coming out empty for the Blazers. And once again, another opportunity for Westside to, honestly, I'm feeling a 3-point shot. I think if Westside can get a 3-point shot, you make it a one-possession game, and that energy. You want to get, because we talk about this arena being loud, and I feel like we need this. We need the roof to come up this place if these Warriors want to get this going.
We need an offensive possession here, and that's not going to do it right there. That's great hustle by Valley View.
It's unfortunate that ball stayed in bounds.
Nice block there by Denali Roscoe. Here's a lead pass. Slapped away by Valley View. Westside will retain possession.
That's okay, though, because, if that ball got past her, you're looking at a clear road to the net. So good work there.
Here's a big point in the game, Brad, because Faith Whitmire just re-entered the game. She's got those 4 fouls. She picked up 3 of those in the third quarter. So it'll be interesting to see if she changes her approach to try to not pick up her 5th.
Again, looks like another turnover. And Blazers, she'll have she got the foul in, which, otherwise it would have looked like a clear 2-point layup.
Yeah, hustle foul there by Bailey Willis.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
On Hunter Gibson.
Definitely you can take that, send Gibson to the line. Make her work for those 2 points.
Absolutely. Don't give it up. Don't give up the easy one. Make them earn it from the free throw line.
There you go. That first one falls out. So Gibson will have another shot.
Hunter Gibson comes into this game leading scorer for Valley View, averaging about 12 a game. She's a little bit under that tonight. Second free throw no good. She's got, by my calculations, 7 points on the night.
Looks like a timeout coming out from Westside.
Be a full timeout too.
So, and yeah, you mentioned there's really no true leading scorer. Valley View's able to spread the ball a lot more. They're leading and they're able to have multiple people make baskets. While on the flip side, Westside really relying on people like Willis and Welch to get stuff going. I believe is it Montgomery? I believe Montgomery had 2 points.
Yeah, Montgomery had a 3-pointer there in the third quarter. But all the scoring other than that 3-pointer has come from Bailey Willis and Sloan Welch. And on the flip side of that, if you look across at Valley View, you've got Hunter Gibson, you've got Willow Carter, you've got Emma Kelly, you've got Kaylee George, Emma Higgins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players for Valley View have scored. And you've got 1, 2, 3 players have all the points for Westside. And so there's a little bit of difference there, and that hurts when you get only a select few that are making all your contributions. That makes it tough to overcome.
Exactly, and it's a bullseye. So now then if they find out that Willis is shooting hot, then they're just going to cover her, and if no one else can take that place, then you're just stuck as an offense.
Yeah, you've got to find a way if you're Westside to get some other people involved, because the defense is going to key on Welch and Willis. And Whitmire's had a tough night shooting the ball. She's had several good looks and just couldn't get anything to fall through for her. Here's Willis again. Long 3-pointer, no good.
Yeah, and so the star of the night for Westside not able to come in with 3 points, and that's what I said. That would make it a one-possession game. They're still within touching distance, but it feels like they're so close, but yet so far, because Westside is close on the scoreboard, but their inability to score is coming back to bite them.
Willis forces the jump ball, but Valley View retains possession. Brad, I think this is a very important defensive trip here for Westside, because you're approaching the 5-minute mark. You're down 6. You want to try to force the turnover here or get the defensive rebound without allowing Valley View to score and try to cut into this lead here in the last 5 minutes. Got a timeout on the floor, looks like.
Valley View calling it.
Valley View called it. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here.
And you say this is a very important defensive stand for Westside. However, it's an equally important offensive drive for Valley View,
Absolutely.
because if they can make a 3, you're within almost double digits at that point, and you know Westside can't score. So I feel like if they score, it'll be too much.
I think Coach Angie Cossey-Ellis kind of feels the same way, thus the 30-second timeout to try to set something up here for an easy basket. I would almost look for, their bread and butter tonight has been the three-pointer out of the corner. I would look for either that or maybe fake that three-pointer and look for a cutter hitting the middle. I would look for one of those two things to happen here on this possession for Valley View, to either try to get the easy layup or maybe set up Emma Kelly out there in that corner like she's hit tonight.
Look, I know I'm a sucker for a three-pointer naturally, but
that's the game now, right? I mean,
yeah.
that's, if you look NBA, college, I mean, it's trickled down into the high school. The three-pointer is the game changer.
Ooh, bad turnover
there. Big turnover there for Westside.
So Valley View had a great chance to potentially put some of the final nails in the coffin. Montgomery from 3 bounces out. Unfortunately, and these shots just are not falling recently for any of these plays. Even people like Willis.
That's not a bad shot out of the corner. It just rimmed out.
It's unfortunate.
Faith Whitmire was very lucky there that she did not pick up her 5th foul with a push from behind, because there was a little bit of contact there. There you see Valley View extending their offense out, spreading out, trying to make Westside come out and get them, because if they don't, they'll run the clock out. If they come out to get them, then it opens the lane for an easy 2.
4.5 minutes remaining in the game here as we talk about this clock management now, as Valley View will definitely want to make this clock run, get the easiest possible route to victory here in the Warrior Dome. A layup will not go in. However, an offensive rebound coming back for the Blazers naturally. I mean, we've seen less of it, but in that first half, these offensive rebounds were deadly for the Blazers, and they're able to get a crucial one there to keep this drive alive, drain more of the clock, and have another chance to
I don't know if you saw
lead.
this, Brad, but Faith Whitmire took a shot to the mouth right there, unintentional by Kate Dreiling on her move to the goal. She caught her with the elbow right across the jaw. Whitmire still kind of holding her jaw a little bit.
Some leniency, perhaps, from these referees in these final minutes of the game.
Maybe so. And it looked like she was going to make a basketball move, and there's a foul on Sloan Welch. 6th team foul for Westside. It's only the second on Welch.
3 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in this game, and so we keep our eyes on this clock more now than ever before.
Another timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout. If you're Westside here, I think you've almost got to come out of that zone, and you're almost going to have to go man-to-man, because you're down to the point in the game where you've got to have possessions. You're down 6 points. You're closing in. I think we're about the 3.5-3-minute mark in this game. You've got to have possessions. So Valley View is going to continue to pull their offense out and spread it almost to a 4 corners type of offense. So you've got to come out of the zone and match up and go man-to-man to try to create some turnovers, or at the very worst, go ahead and foul, because the next foul puts Valley View on the free throw line and then would give the ball back to Westside.
And it's not like Valley View's been complete, fire from the free throw line. They've missed a lot of the opportunities they've had from the free throw line, so that honestly wouldn't be a terrible idea if you're on Westside.
There's your man-to-man defense there.
So maybe the coach was overhearing you, Coach Lehman, for Westside, and there's that turnover that you were talking about. So they need to take advantage of this.
Yeah,
you
Westside
cannot have
needs
these
a bucket
opportunities.
here.
You cannot have these opportunities. Montgomery passing it back. The pass nearly goes wide, but able to get a hold of it does Welch. She goes back to Montgomery. It seems like a Montgomery, Welch, Willis. Those are the 3 players to keep your eyes on in terms of this. As Welch goes for a 3, and it goes in. Huge clutch three-pointer from Welch. She brings this game back within 3. It felt like I said previously, it felt so close but so far.
Right.
But now it's so close as we are in a one-possession game.
It'll be interesting to see what Westside does here. They've been in this position several times in this game. They've been within one possession, and it seems like they never could get over the hump. There's another turnover.
And a clear court, passing it over to Montgomery, able to go up for the layup, and it falls just out. Where's the offensive rebound?
Man.
No offensive rebound. Valley View's able to get their hands on the ball. And all this, they have a clear roll. Westside has to get back pretty quickly, and they will.
That's good hustle by Westside, because they had 4 of their defenders down here under their own goal. Only Faith Whitmire was back, but they were able to get back and not give up the easy basket.
This gives an opportunity for Valley View to drain the clock. However, that foul will come in from Welch.
Yeah, that's not a bad foul, because it puts
all.
them on the free throw line where, as you said, they've been kind of hit and miss tonight, and gives Westside an opportunity to get the ball back. Substitution into the game for Valley View. You're going to have Haley Rich in, replacing, looks like Kaylee George.
As Emma Higgins goes to the free throw line, you say it's not a bad foul. I don't completely agree with it because you still have a decent amount of time in 2.5 minutes, and now this is no longer a one-possession game.
Well,
So-
and it works. It kind of makes me eat my words here because she made her first free throw.
Yeah.
If she misses the free throw, it comes off and you're okay. But she goes 2 for 2 there and puts this lead back up to 5 points.
Definitely. So once again, Westside forced into a position where they're going to need another one of those clutch threes or even a 2. I mean, at least any kind of points will probably make it a one-possession game.
Yeah, time is becoming a factor here. You're closing in on the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter, and you definitely can't have that. Turnover in the corner. Pass just went right through the hands of Bailey Rogers, out of bounds. Back over to Valley View.
Some mistakes coming from Westside. There's that full
full
press. Yeah. And looks like a reach in, possibly Montgomery going for
kinda
a foul, but she
couldn't
didn't
get
get
over there to get her cut off.
Ooh, unfortunate bounce from
A lot of
Westside, bouncing it
contact
out,
there.
but that offensive rebound against for Valley View. So they flow it back to Higgins, taking her time.
Willis got lucky there.
Welch looking to reach in for a foul or a turnover. Handing it over to Gibson.
Yeah, Valley View is just trying to run some clock here. It leads to another foul.
Yeah, I feel like Westside
Lady
probably.
Montgomery.
I feel like Westside took too much time really figuring out what they're going to do, and it took them. I mean,
Well-
Valley View drained like 15, 20 seconds before that foul actually came
You're in
in.
that position. You're trying to walk that. It's kind of like walking a tightrope between playing really good defense or going ahead and giving the foul early on. It kind of seems like there's a no-win situation there. Free throw was up and good by Hunter Gibson.
She'll go for a second to extend this lead. 7 will bounce out. Westside will get the ball easily. So 6-point lead. We're going to need more of those threes. Willis gets the ball back to Welch. Long 2 goes way over. Perhaps wanted that to be from the three-point window to go in. It wouldn't have been too strong. But, however, Valley View gets the ball back as Higgins will get the ball.
You see the same thing here again, Brad. They're going to be content to go four-corner offense here, or a 5-out. I guess 5-out is the new term now that you use. But you got a 5-out offense just trying to run some clock.
And so not going for those immediate fouls, which I kind of appreciate the state of the game.
Well, you got to stay within reach here too, because the 5-second count. If she gets without of basically arm's reach, there the 5 count starts over. So she just continues to waste the clock. This is where, Brad, just me personally, I would like to see a shot clock brought to the high school level. I know there's several obstacles that have to be overcome before it can do that, but it basically, you've basically slowed down the game here. You've got another foul there,
and it gets to the point where these games. It prevents comebacks, right?
Right.
Like if the team who has the lead going in the fourth quarter, odds are they're probably going to be able to come away with the victory because there's no shot clock constantly pressuring them. So
it's full timeout, Brad. We'll go ahead and step aside for a quick break. Valley View leads 36-30 here in fourth quarter. Closing in on crunch time here at the Warrior Dome. We'll be back right after this.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
you're back to the Warrior Dome. It's crunch time within the final minute here for senior night girls basketball action as the Lady Warriors trail the visitor Blazers 36-30. And the Blazers are going to have a shot on the free throw line, so they're going to have an opportunity to extend that lead even more, as it looks like the Blazers are just on the cusp of coming away with a road win to, it's not necessarily an upset win, but it'll upset many of the people looking for a feel-good senior night victory.
Yeah, it's going to take a little shine off of senior night for the girls team unless they can make a heck of a comeback here in the last 50 seconds or so of the game. Another turnover.
That might do it. That might be the dagger.
Yeah, that might be the dagger right there to come away empty on that possession. You're looking down about 40 seconds now, and foul fest will begin.
Yeah, so this is where the game slows down even more. As
I believe that's Bailey Rogers they got on that foul there, and
Haley Rich will go to the line for the Blazers.
double bonus now for Valley View, so it's 2 shots.
First one will go in and out, so no points there. But, I mean, I mean, at this point, these points would be nice to have for Valley View, but with the time they have and the way Westside's been shooting, especially in the second half.
With the cold shooting in the second half, I mean, you could almost make this one academic at this point, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So now you're looking at a 3-possession game.
All right,
and
looking
quite the tall mountain to climb here for the Lady Warriors.
Definitely, and Willis potentially getting another turnover, and let's see what they'll give it. Okay,
jump ball.
Yeah, so
it's great defense there by Emma Higgins. You know, she got Bailey Willis to pick up her dribble and kind of had her in no man's land there with nowhere to go.
So just under 30 seconds here remaining in the game. The Blazers looking to claim their 11th win of the season and secure their 6th place spot over Westside in the standings. The layup will go, once again, in and out. Just unfortunate shots. I mean, the shot selection hasn't been bad, and the shots haven't looked bad themselves for Westside. They just have not been falling. Unfortunate. They didn't have the 4-leaf clover or the rabbit's foot that you were talking about earlier in the broadcast.
Yeah. That the good luck charms, whatever Westside may have had, didn't work in this one, and this one's pretty much all academic at this point as Valley View goes back to the free throw line yet again. I think at this point you'll probably see Coach Lehman tell her girls not to foul, because by the time they get the possession and get to their end, you're going to be looking at 14, 13 seconds left.
Yeah, so the first free throw is good for Hunter Gibson, as it looks like they'll take the final timeout here for the Lady Warriors.
I didn't see if this is a full or...
I believe it is a full timeout.
It's a full timeout? All right, we'll go ahead and step away for a break here on senior night at the Warrior Dome. Valley View firmly in control, about to put the wraps on this one. You're watching High School Hoops on 2.
Back to the Warrior Dome for perhaps the final time for this girls basketball senior night special broadcast, and definitely not what the Lady Warriors wanted on their final night on the court for 3 of these players. I just want to restate Michaela Grissom, Sarah Johnson, and Faith Whitmire, the 3 seniors for the Lady Warriors. Unable to really, all of them really not able to really contribute much, unfortunately, as the Blazers they're just seconds away from a victory, sweeping the Lady Warriors this season.
Hey, Brad, I got a little bit of breaking news here for you. This is big in the 4A3 girls standings. Southside and Batesville played tonight, number 1, number 2 in the conference, and Southside has upset the Batesville Lady Pioneers 60-51. So I believe that means that Southside will get the top seed in the district tournament. Sloan Welch with a long three-pointer. But that's
just a bit of formality concession.
Yeah, I believe that is going to be Batesville's first conference loss this year, and this one comes to a close as well. Valley View holds on 39-33 is your final here on senior night from Warrior Dome. Brad, I enjoyed this one. It did not go the way Westside wanted, but Valley View sneaks out and gets a little momentum going into the district tournament next week.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate for the Lady Warriors. Not able to come away with a victory tonight on senior night, but still a special night. Still a lot of fond memories to have, not from this game, but from the season and from their career. So best wishes as these seniors go on into their college careers and to their future as the teams gather at center court for looks like a post-game prayer.
Yeah, a little post-game prayer. This is pretty much tradition for the Westside teams. I've seen all the teams do this from junior high all the way up through senior high. So that's going to put just about a wrap on this girls' game broadcast. We're going to step away for a quick break, and when we come back, Andy Manus will be back under the headset for play-by-play of the boys' game and the nightcap tonight here on senior night. You're watching High School Hoops on Tubetown, presented by Ritter Communications.
My name is Donna Ann Lucy. I am from Caraway, Arkansas. I have been having trouble with my internet.
You got a lot of important things that you do from the internet, and you don't want to miss anything.
I usually use it to book rooms to watch my granddaughter play basketball. They had someone out that day, and it was back up within 20 minutes.
And it makes me feel so good to go there and take care of it, and see the smile on her face, man. That makes my day right there.
My name is Raynessa Chandler. I am currently the manager of technical support for Ritter Communications. Ritter is like family in more ways than one. My aunt retired after 33 and a half years here, and currently I have two cousins that work at Ritter. We have a variety of talented individuals. They motivate us and encourage us to do the right thing. We're grateful for the opportunity to work at a place such as Ritter and to be able to help others, because that's what it's all about, serving others.
Our dog got hit by a car. My wife and children were very upset about losing Buddy. While I was burying the dog, I cut the cable line.
Being a dog owner myself, it's hard losing a pet. So it's very important for us to get their services restored.
There's a winter storm hitting right now. It was a Friday night. You showed up and the very next morning in some pretty terrible conditions and fixed us up.
That's what we try to do here at Ritter in a bad situation, try to make it better.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
My name is Kevin Moody. Both my kids do online gaming. They let me know when the internet's down.
I'm Bobby Valentine. I work for Ritter Communications, and I'm a technician level 2.
My services were completely out. They sent Bobby out the next day. He told me that the box was shot.
It was shot.
With a gun. He had it fixed within a couple hours once he got there. Bobby switched out my modem for me and had me upgraded to a faster speed. And both of my kids have been singing Bobby's praises since.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
My name is Donna Ann Lucy. I am from Caraway, Arkansas. I have been having trouble with my internet.
You got a lot of important things that you do from the internet, and you don't want to miss anything.
I usually use it to book rooms to watch my granddaughter play basketball. They had someone out that day, and it was back up within 20 minutes.
And it makes me feel so good to go there and take care of it, you know, and see the smile on her face, man. That makes my day right there.
My name is Raynessa Chandler. I am currently the manager of technical support for Ritter Communications. Ritter is like family in more ways than one. My aunt retired after 33 and a half years here, and currently I have two cousins that work at Ritter. We have a variety of talented individuals. They motivate us and encourage us to do the right thing. We're grateful for the opportunity to work at a place such as Ritter and to be able to help others, because that's what it's all about, serving others.
Our dog got hit by a car. My wife and children were very upset about losing Buddy. While I was burying the dog, I cut the cable line.
Being a dog owner myself, it's hard losing a pet. So it's very important for us to get their services restored.
There's a winter storm hitting right now. It's a Friday night. You showed up and the very next morning in some pretty terrible conditions and fixed us up.
That's what we try to do here at Ritter in a bad situation, try to make it better.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
My name is Kevin Moody. Both my kids do online gaming. They let me know when the internet is down.
I'm Bobby Valentine. I work for Ritter Communications, and I'm a technician level 2.
My services were completely out. They sent Bobby out the next day. He told me that the box was shot.
It was shot.
With a gun. And he had it fixed within a couple hours once he got there. Bobby switched out my modem for me and had me upgraded to a faster speed. And both of my kids have been singing Bobby's praises since.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
My name is Donna Ann Lucy. I am from Caraway, Arkansas. I have been having trouble with my internet.
You got a lot of important things that you do from the internet, and you don't want to miss anything.
I usually use it to book rooms to watch my granddaughter play basketball. They had someone out that day, and it was back up within 20 minutes.
And it makes me feel so good to go there and take care of it, you know, and see the smile on her face, man. That makes my day right there.
Yeah, do that if you don't mind. I have no service,
My name is Raynessa Chandler. I am currently the manager of technical support for Ritter Communications. Ritter is like family in more ways than one. My aunt retired after 33 and a half years here, and currently I have 2 cousins that work at Ritter. We have a variety of talented individuals. They motivate us and encourage us to do the right thing. We're grateful for the opportunity to work at a place such as Ritter and to be able to help others, because that's what it's all about, serving others.
Our dog got hit by a car. My wife and children were very upset about losing Buddy. While I was burying the dog, I cut the cable line.
Being a dog owner myself, it's hard losing a pet. So it's very important for us to get their services restored.
There's a winter storm hitting right now. It's a Friday night. You showed up and the very next morning in some pretty terrible conditions and fixed us up.
That's what we try to do here at Ritter in a bad situation, try to make it better.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
My name is Kevin Moody. Both of my kids do online gaming. They let me know when the internet's down.
I'm Bobby Valentine. I work for Ritter Communications, and I'm a technician level 2.
My services were completely out. They sent Bobby out the next day. He told me that the box was shot.
It was shot.
With a gun. And he had it fixed within a couple hours once he got there. Bobby switched out my modem for me and had me upgraded to a faster speed. And both of my kids have been singing Bobby's praises since.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
Back here at the Warrior Dome, Andy Maness and Marcus Carlton sitting courtside as we get ready for the boys matchup between the Westside Warriors and the Valley View Blazers. Of course, right before we get to the game, we're going to kick it down to our man Keith Campbell at the announcer's table. He's going to bring in the national anthem and tonight's starting lineups for the Blazers and the Warriors.
The United States of America. Cadet First Lieutenant Gunner Klein, who is carrying the flag of the great state of Arkansas. On left and right rifles tonight are Cadet First Lieutenant Abigail Brown and Tech Sergeant Manuela. Tonight, Westside High School welcomes Senior Allie Jones, Senior Savannah Bratton, Senior Camille Estes, and Claire Walsh to sing your national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Warrior Dome! Home of Warrior basketball for over 50 years. Tonight's senior high game is between the Valley View Blazers and your Westside Warriors! The team, coaches, cheerleaders, student body, and administration of Westside High School extend to each of you a cordial welcome. We are pleased that you could be here as our guest tonight. Visiting team on the scoreboard will be the Valley View Blazers. Valley View is coached by Jason Manchester, Brad Davis, Jacob Lamberson, and Tommy Fowler. Valley View comes into tonight's contest with a 17-5 record overall and a conference record of 10-3. Tonight's winner will get an automatic bid to the regional tournament. Starting for the Blazers, at forward, a 6'4" senior, number 0, Sam Fagan. Starting at guard, a 5'11" senior, number 10, Travis Kraft. At forward, a 6'3" sophomore, number 12, Connor Tinsley. At post, a 6'8" junior, number 15, CJ Delancey. And at guard, the 6'4" senior, number 23, Andrew Hunt.
I'm gonna make it toast cause we still alive. I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast. Cause we still alive. No big, I feel like pop.
Alright, we're going to do without the music tonight for some reason. And now, for your Westside Warriors! Westside is coached by Mark Whitmire and assisted by David Smith, Lane Campbell, and Andrew Walker. Westside comes into tonight's contest with an overall record of 16-5 and a conference record of 10-3. Starting for your Warriors. At guard, he's a 6' senior, wearing number 11, Evan Mr. Clean Collins. At forward, he's a 6' senior. He's wearing number 1, Logan McAthlete McPherson. At forward, he's a 6'2" senior. He's wearing number 33, Isaiah Fear the Beard Nortier. At guard, he's a 6'4" senior. He's wearing number 3, Kessler the Slim Reaper And at guard, he's a 6'3" senior, wearing number 35, Riley the Spin Cycle Countdown.
All right, welcome back here to the Warrior Dome. Andy Maness, Marcus Carlton sitting courtside, ready to bring you this conference matchup, the final game of the 2019-2020 regular season. And we are excited to bring it to you right here on Tubetown. Shout out to our man Keith Hart watching up in New York. We see you, big fella. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. And Marcus, an exciting matchup between these two teams, 17-5, 16-5, both teams 10-3 in conference play. The winner of tonight's game gets second place in conference this year.
That's a big, big thing to have on the board tonight because second place gets automatic bid to the semifinals and goes to the regional. You wasting no time getting things going here. Travis Graff for 3.
All 3 of those going down the drain for the Blazers. And now the Warriors in the front court. All seniors out on the floor tonight for Coach Mark Whitmire and the Westside Warriors. Falcons with it right now, working against Connor Tinsley. He'll pull up for a three-pointer. Can't answer. Graff comes down with a rebound, fires it ahead to Tinsley. Now an open look for Andrew Hunt. Couldn't find it. Rebound nearly went to Delancey, but the Warriors will take it back the other way. Three-pointer from Mack. Followed from the left elbow. All 3 of those, and it's tied up. And we're a minute into this one.
Andy, watch this matchup between Hunt and Mack. They're already exchanging some pleasantries, if you will. Good steal by McPherson there. Good hustle play.
1-on-2 opportunity, and there's a reach-in before Falcons can get to the rack.
Yeah, they're going to get Hunt. He made a little contact there to try to slow Riley Falcons down, and they got him before he could get to the goal.
So Falcons takes it in the backcourt. Warriors wearing their home white jerseys. Red letters, black trim. Pull up three-pointer for Falcons from the elbow. No good. Graff brings down the rebound. Looking ahead. Swing it around to the right side for Graff. Deep three-point shot. Short. Matt comes down with a rebound. A minute and a half into the first quarter. McPherson on the other side of the paint. Had the open look, trying to get it to Nortier, though, on the other side of the lane, and it's a turnover.
Yeah, a little too unselfish there by McPherson.
Here's Delancey in the paint. Delancey will give the Blazers a 2-point lead.
I think Delancey could be the X factor in this game tonight. If Westside can't contain him in the middle, he could have a big game and lead the Blazers on to victory.
Here's Falcons on the right elbow, trying to find Mack on the screen. Instead, it's McPherson down low, and here's Delancey coming up with a turnover, using those long arms. Marcus, they had him listed at 6'8".
I think he's every bit of that.
That's a lot of body to get around out there.
Yeah, and I don't think they're counting his hair either. His hair might put him up to about 6'10".
Take a look at the flush there by Delancey. Throw it down, big fella.
Multiple substitutions into the game for Westside. Basically going to put them back to what they've seen as their starting lineup all year long.
Yep, so you're going to see Spencer Honeycutt and Andrew Laird come into the game here, along with Adonis Thompson. Delancey triple team and leaves a wide open shooter in the corner. No good from Tinsley, but Delancey gets the offensive rebound. Excuse me, that was Andrew Hunt on the three-point attempt. Here's Graff on another deep three. And the lead will stay at 2. Here's Mack with it now. Nice no-look down low. Laird finishes over Delancey.
Took it right at the big man there, not afraid to go right at him.
And how about that assist from Kessler Mack?
Yeah, that was a great look by Mack.
There's a lob in. Delancey, too tall. And that's you got to saying the pass was too tall for him is saying something. Definitely. On the other end, Thompson scores.
Little spark here by Westside, bringing their regular starting 5 back into the game to give them the early 7-5 lead.
Here's Tinsley. His three-pointer will fall, and the lead is up to 8.
Westside looking like they're going to try to slow things down a little bit here from this frantic pace we've had the last few possessions. Double team on Falcons. Somebody's open.
That shot is short. Delancey gets the rebound. Halfway through the first quarter, 8-7 is the score. There's a pull-up jumper inside the three-point line for Graff that will fall. Lead is up to 3.
Andy, I'm not sure that Westside wants to try to run with Valley View. I don't know that they've got the horses to keep up, so you may see them slow the ball down here and run a little more of a set offense.
And there's a pull-up three-pointer. Riley Falcons, all 3 of those, and he ties it up at 10.
Facial delivery on that 3. Couldn't play much better defense there. He just rose above him and stuck it.
Working around. Tinsley once more. 3-point line. Shot won't fall. Fighting for the board. Fagan comes down with it. Leaning into traffic. His shot's no good. Rebound.
Looks like it's going to stay with Valley View.
Yeah, it's going to stay here on Valley View's end of the floor.
Riley Felkins holding his mouth. I'm not sure if he took a shot underneath from the ball or from a Valley View offensive player or what, but he's holding. Oh, and caught Westside sleeping there. Whitmire's not happy. He's called a quick 30-second timeout to ask what happened there.
Well, we have had 3 lead changes, and Westside has came back to tie it up twice. They trail by 2 here, a little over halfway through the first quarter. Marcus, this was a game I think a lot of people had circled on the calendar. You knew it was going to be a big game as far as conference play goes, but this rivalry, man, you get this rivalry back, and you throw a conference seeding on the line. I think that just brings up the intensity that much more.
Yeah, it looks like we just saw it on the replay. It looked like the ball is what caught Riley Felkins there. Just happened to hit him right square in the mouth, and I've had that happen a million times, and it almost feels like a punch to the face.
Yeah, he's got some toilet paper right now. It looks like kind of trying to dab that up right now. So.
And Westside's only got 4 players right now. Okay, there comes Spencer Honeycutt back into the game.
Off the bench. Wide open 3-point look for Laird. Off the mark. Fagan brings in the rebound. Thompson's there to get the
good steal. Nice break. Spencer Honeycutt with the fake and the layup there.
And that beautiful move ties it back up. Travel called on Delancey.
Thought you might have been going to get the offensive foul there. He was a little out of control, but a couple extra steps there before the foul could be called.
12-12, under 3 left to play in the first. Here's Kessler Mack, the Slim Reaper, as our man Keith Campbell called him. From the free throw line, elevating over the defender, and a foul called on Andrew Hunt.
That's 2 quick fouls on Hunt. You may see him head to the bench here.
Well, got him on the wrist on the way up, it looked like.
Yeah, you got a substitution for Valley View waiting to come in. We'll see if he replaces Hunt. And that's what happens. Ian Keach into the game, replacing Andrew Hunt. We may not see Hunt again until mid to late second quarter now with those 2 fouls. First free throw is up and in for Mack.
Second one won't fall.
Westside takes the lead. Another lead change, Andy.
13-12, and that's Westside's first lead of the night.
Kirk Bush into the game for Westside as well on the defensive end here.
Sam Fagan step behind the 3-point line, and he'll get all 3 of those, and just like that, the Blazers back on top by 2.
I think this is what we're in store for all night, Andy, just back and forth, back and forth.
I'm here for it.
Oh, I'm all about it, man. Senior night, place is packed. What else can you ask for?
Yeah, certainly a packed house here tonight at the Warrior Dome. And it always is whenever Tubetown's in the house. How about that one that won't get the friendly roll? But the offensive rebound goes to Kessler Mack. He got another look at it.
Well, Valley View's lucky there. They called Fagan for stepping out of bounds because Kessler Mack was foaming at the mouth there with that ball coming right to him. Here comes Felkins back into the game. Looks like he got the bleeding out of his mouth stopped. Kurt Bush be replaced by Felkins.
Thompson inbound it. Gets it into Mack. Fading away from the corner. It won't fall. And now here comes Graff.
Looks like Mack was trying to draw the foul there more so than focus on his shot.
Into Delancey. Delancey's turnaround jumper. No good. Here's Felkins, and they're going to get a block right at midcourt on Ian Keach. Ian Keach, trying to draw the charge there. And Felkins beat him to the spot. Trailing by 2, $1:35 left to play in the first quarter. Connor Tinsley getting ready to check back in for the Blazers. Here's Felkins looking for the screen. There's Laird. Got a shove from Fagan at the free throw line. A line. Oh my God! And the finish for Andrew Laird.
Almost a set play there when he got Laird got pushed away.
It sure looked like it.
You know, he pushed him right to the open spot.
There's a steal trying to get it into Delancey. Pull up 3-pointer. Won't get the roll. that Felkins was looking for. Here's Graff, 2-on-2. Now he'll leave it behind him. Off balance, Walzonia's shot won't fall, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Under 55 left to play. Here's Mack. Stops at the three-point line. Drop it in and walk back to the other end. All three of those. Kessler, Mack.
Mack looking like Wesley Snipes, and White Man Can't Jump with It's Pretty. It's so pretty. Holding that follow-through.
35 seconds left to play in the first. Graff working against Honeycutt, dribbling circles around him right now, demonstrating the handles. Now with 24 seconds left, we'll see if the Blazers want to hold for the last minute, or the last shot rather. Trying to dish it out to Fagan. Pass nearly stolen, and it nearly stolen once more by Felkins, but it hit the referee who was standing out of bounds. So the ball is out on the Warriors. 14.5 seconds left. Coach Manchester sending in some substitutions here.
I'm thanking God right now for Riley Felkins' breaking ability, because we just about got really up close and personal with him here at our broadcast position.
It is a good thing he can stop on a dime, and we saw him do it time and time again at the three-point line. So, yeah, you're right. I'm glad he can do that. We would have been smothered and covered like some hash browns at Waffle House. Tinsley to inbound. He gets it to Graff. 4 seconds left. Top of the key. Three-pointer. Won't fall. There's the tip. And that's the end of the first quarter. 18-15. 5 lead changes throughout that first quarter. It was tied up 4 different times. A back-and-forth affair. The Warriors on top of the Blazers headed to the second quarter, 18-15. We're back with more here on Tubetown.
My name is Donna Ann Lucy. I am from Caraway, Arkansas. I have been having trouble with my internet.
You got a lot of important things that you do from the internet, and you don't want to miss anything.
I usually use it to book rooms to watch my granddaughter play basketball. They had someone out that day, and it was back up within 20 minutes.
And it makes me feel so good to go there and take care of it, and see the smile on her face, man. That makes my day right there.
Taking a look at this three-pointer. You called it Wesley Snipes. And White Man Can't Jump. Yeah, so pretty. A stroke from Kessler Mack there. 7 points in that first quarter for the Slim Reaper. 18-15 is the score after the first. The Blazers trailing by 3 to the Westside Warriors here in the Warrior Dome. Andy Manus, Marcus Carlton here with you on Tubetown tonight. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday evening. The rivalry is alive and well between Westside and Valley View, and it is showing off here through the first 8 minutes.
No doubt about it. Fast-paced, frantic first quarter, just like we expected.
Here's Felkins. There's the lob. That time it looked a little more organized, if you will.
So nice, they did it twice.
The lead up to 5, the biggest lead of the night for either team.
Nice drive. Nice drive. Tinsley with the bucket there, the drive, and had to kind of weave his way through, almost like when you're taking your driving test and you're going through the cones.
5 points here in the first half for Tinsley. Lead is back down to 3. Falcons double-teamed. He's going to drive. Trying to go slide back in his face. Offensive rebound from Honeycutt. Shot from the free throw line. No good.
Kudos to Falcons for taking it right at the big man, but Delancey showed great discipline there and got the block.
And now Delancey getting a chance to score here on offense. The turnaround.
That's going to be, if he gets that kind of looks all night, there's nothing Westside can do, because you can't do anything about height.
No, that's bread and butter right there.
Absolutely.
1 point game, 20-19. Nice head fake by Mack. Has to pick up his dribble. Good defense by the Blazers, and they're going to call a foul. Valley View, Travis Graff picking up his first personal foul, and the Warriors getting a little lucky there because Mack looked like he nearly double dribbled.
Yeah, I think he got bailed out there by the foul call. 14 fouls now for Valley View, none for Westside.
Very disciplined so far through the first 2 quarters for the Warriors, which is good when they're battling against a big man like Delancey down low. There's a three-pointer for Falcons. Right in front of the student section, all three of those, and the lead is back up to 4. Nice feed down low, and then there's the kick out. Great ball movement there by the Blazers, Andy. Underneath, back out for the wide open three. All three of those brings it back down to a 1-point game. There's a drive from Falcons, goes up and under, gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Can't finish the fancy layup, and he had to double clutch with Delancey bearing right down on him. Take a look at this ball movement here, Andy. You go all the way around because you go from the top of the key, you come around. Oh, this is the play to Delancey with the little baby hook. Nice play there. If he can develop that baby hook tonight, Westside may be in trouble. Here's Falcons with an answer on the three on his end. I mean, this game is exactly what we thought it was going to be, Andy. It's just back and forth. Here's your three here. Look at the ball movement there. Triangle passing out to the wing for the three-pointer. And he plays a little bit of guitar on the way back to the Valley View bench.
Strumming three strings, I guess.
That's right.
I love these rivalry games, man, because that's the kind of stuff you get in this. I know a lot of people at Westside will say that Brooklyn is now the biggest rival, but Valley View is going to be a close second. You know, before Brooklyn exploded to the size they are, it was always Westside Valley View.
It was always Westside Valley View.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what I was sitting here thinking. And so, again, now that you've got Valley View back down in the 4A,
right?
I think that it makes for a really interesting regular season. It makes for a really interesting tournament situation as well.
Yeah, because you get your two regular season matchups, and then you could end up with a third in district tournament. So
back-to-back free throws for Riley Falcons, and the lead is back up to 3, 25-22.
Kirk Bush back into the game for Westside, replacing Spencer Honeycutt. Little token pressure here by Bush. Man-to-man defense for the Warriors here. I think you'll see man-to-man all night from both of these teams.
Well, they're going to try to back Delancey down as far out away from the basket as they can, and you can see why with the size difference between he and Adonis Thompson. As you said, great steal. The Warriors come up with it. Here's Laird, three-pointer on the way from the right elbow, and Andrew Laird can put all three of those in the stat book. 28-22, the biggest lead of the night.
Great shot there by Laird, and it was set up by Kirk Bush. Getting out of trouble, he was surrounded on three sides there and was able to get out of it. There's almost a steal by Kessler Mack.
Deep three-pointer from Graff won't fall. Offensive rebound, Fagan battling down low, and he gets hacked from behind. Kessler Mack going to pick up, I believe, his first.
I believe so.
There's a glitch in the matrix.
Well, these replays just come at you so fast, sometimes it's hard to keep up, you know.
Fagan off the mark on that first one. So the score remains 28-22. Second one will fall.
Fagan will head out. Being replaced by Keach. Andy, this is our first time to be together this basketball season. It's Batman and Robin, Fred and Ginger, Lester and Earl back together again.
Absolutely it is. And what a game that we picked to make it happen as well. Probably so far
it's going to be hard to top that Westside Blytheville game.
It definitely is, but right now it is in the makings of heading that direction as we take a look at a deep three-pointer from Kessler Mack off the mark. 5-point ball game halfway through the second quarter here at the Warrior Dome. Pass nearly gone out of bounds. Now they fire it down low to Delancey. No good. Fighting for the rebound. And Tinsley and Falcons tying it up. The jump ball gives it to the Blazers.
And that's a great shot by Delancey. It didn't fall, but he had, you can tell that this guy has worked on his footwork in the post with the baby hook and then the quick turnaround there from mid-range. Back to him again.
Yeah, working the pivot foot, fading away, falling. We called it. And that's it doesn't matter what vertical you have. The fact that he's 6'8" and you look at his wingspan, he's putting it up at the top of his head every single time.
I joked a little bit about him being 6'10" with his hairdo, but he probably does have the wingspan of a guy that's 6'10" or 6'11".
Oh, there's no doubt. Warriors will miss a shot on their end. Blazers back on the other end. Tinsley, corner pocket, three-pointer good. Second three-pointer for Connor Tinsley. All three of those ties it back up.
Andy, I've got that unofficially as a fifth three-pointer already for Valley View.
Well, it's the eighth point for Connor Tinsley, and the Warriors will turn it over.
And C.J. Delancey had an impact there. He didn't get the steal. He didn't knock the ball away, but the presence of the big 6'8" man caused, I believe it was Mack that threw the pass, throw it a little higher, and it was just out of reach of his teammate there. That's just the impact of having a big man in the post.
Yep. .323 left to play in the second quarter, all knotted up at 28.
Had a substitution for Westside. Nortier in replacing Andrew Laird.
Tinsley, three-pointer. Triples for Connor Tinsley. All three of those, and it's a three-point lead for the Blazers.
Hot shooting early on from three-point range from Valley View.
Eight points in the quarter, and now double digits for Connor Tinsley, and he brings down the rebound. And a foul called as he sprints into the front court. I think they're going to get Thompson.
Yeah. Little bump there by Thompson on his defense, and just enough to warrant the whistle.
Here's Graff. They leave him alone. He thought about the three-pointer, and now they give one to Keach. Keach steps into one, and it's a little bit short off to the right. Under 2:30 to play in the quarter. There's the screen. Falcons sprints. And they're going to give him two shots.
Yeah, they're going to get Ian Keach with the block. Looks like Fagan will be coming back into the game. Probably replacing Keach.
Yeah,
Keach knows it, too. He's standing over here waiting on it.
Yeah, Keach with two personal fouls. Falcons hits his first free throw.
Both in, and Laird to come back into the game, replacing Nortier.
31-30. 2:23 left to play in the second quarter. Here's Graff. He'll get it back on the give and go, but he won't go. He'll just take a shot.
Out of bounds. Westside basketball.
Seeing things kind of start to slow down a little bit here as we approach a 2-minute mark left in the half. I don't know if fatigue maybe is becoming a factor of a little bit for both teams, and they want to slow things down and kind of catch their breath a little bit.
Oh, look at the handles on Felkins. He'll go to the rack. Fouled hard on his way up, but a foul called on Connor Tinsley. Yep, his first personal. 17th foul on the Blazers here in the first half, so the Warriors are going to be at the free throw line for the next 2 minutes.
I like the aggressiveness of Felkins, taking it, trying to take it right at the big man to try to get him in foul trouble.
That's, you actually kind of took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say the guts of Felkins. We saw him got swatted back in his face earlier here in this quarter. And like you said, just taking it right back in there, kind of fearless as he misses his second free throw. But he has tied it back up. Now 31-31. $1:50 left to play here in the half. Here's Graff. Trying to work on Laird. Graff's got some handles on him, too.
Andy, if you notice here on defense, Westside is switching up who guards Delancey. This time it's Felkins. The previous trip, I believe it was Thompson. Trying to keep a fresh body on him at all times.
Well, right now it's a little bit of a switch here and there. There's a three-pointer. High bounce, and it'll go over the backboard.
That's 2 3-pointers in a row that have bounced over the top of the backboard for Valley View.
It's a lot of spin.
Yeah, it is a lot of spin.
$31-31 with 1:20 left to play in the second quarter. We'll see what Westside wants to do. No shot clock here in high school. We could see him hold on to it for the next minute and a half, or we could see Kessler Mack get away with a little push-off there. Shot won't fall. Now I'll get another look. Here's Thomas with a three-pointer. It won't fall either. Mack going to be called for the reach-in on the rebound. He was battling Fagan for the board, and he's going to pick up his second personal foul, just the third team foul on the Warriors here in the first half. 1:01 left to play in the second.
It's a cheap, not a cheap call, but a cheap way to pick up your second foul here, 90 feet from the basket when the defense has control of the ball.
Oh, Graff stops on a dime. Now he'll leave it in the corner for nobody. Thought there was a fellow Blazer over there, but instead it was just the referee and Coach Whitmire, neither one of them wearing blue or gold.
Yeah, I don't think either one were in a hurry to catch that pass either.
Now 45 seconds remain in the half. Oh, a little contact away from the ball.
Yeah. Kessler Mack showing off a little bit of his acting skills as well there. I think he oversold that move a little bit.
Wide open look for Honeycutt. Three-pointer, it'll fall. Left corner pocket for Spencer Honeycutt. All three of those put the Warriors back on top.
Oh, great hustle by Honeycutt.
Okay.
Great hustle.
Wow, what streak there from Jeffrey Walzonia. He literally just picked up Spencer Honeycutt with one arm. My goodness.
So Honeycutt goes diving after the ball after causing the steal, and Walzonia goes for the tie-up and literally picks the man and the ball up together. That's impressive.
How much does this man curl? 5 seconds left here in the quarter. 34-31. Falcons working off the screen. Step back three-pointer. And it won't fall. Everybody holding their breath on that one. And it is a three-point lead for the Westside Warriors headed to the locker room after the first two quarters here on senior night. 34-31 over the Valley View Blazers. Marcus, what a fun half to be a part of so far here at the Warrior Dome. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with some halftime stats for you right here on Tubetown.
My name is Raynessa Chandler. I am currently the manager of technical support for Ritter Communications. Ritter is like family in more ways than one. My aunt retired after 33 and a half years here, and currently I have two cousins that work at Ritter. We have a variety of talented individuals. They motivate us and encourage us to do the right thing. We're grateful for the opportunity to work at a place such as Ritter and to be able to help others, because that's what it's all about, serving others.
Our dog got hit by a car. My wife and children were very upset about losing Buddy. While I was burying the dog, I cut the cable line.
Being a dog owner myself, it's hard losing a pet. So it's very important for us to get their services restored.
There's a winter storm hitting right now. It's a Friday night. You showed up and the very next morning in some pretty terrible conditions and fixed us up.
That's what we try to do here at Ritter in a bad situation, try to make it better.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
My name is Kevin Moody. Both of my kids do online gaming. They let me know when they let us down.
I'm Bobby Valentine. I work for Ritter Communications, and I'm a technician level 2.
My services were completely out. They sent Bobby out the next day. He told me that the box was shot.
It was shot.
With a gun. And he had it fixed within a couple hours once he got there. Bobby switched out my modem for me and had me upgraded to a faster speed. And both of my kids have been singing Bobby's praises since.
Back to the Warrior Dome on senior night. Blazers and the Warriors in conference action, 34-31 after the first two quarters.
Andy Manus here with you at the Warrior Dome on Tubetown. Right now, joined by a very special guest, head coach of the Westside Warrior football team, Bobby Engel. How you doing today, Coach?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing excellent, man. Well, thank you so much for joining us, man. What a great year you guys had. As far as the regular season's concerned, I mean, the most historic winning season in Westside history, and then your accomplishments in the postseason as well. You got to be extremely proud of your guys.
Oh, yeah. Just a historic year for us. I mean, but it's all, guys played well. They played hard, and, they never gave up all year long. And, even when we're down and stuff like that, throughout the year, they always had a pretty cool head on their shoulders and just kind of chipped away till we got back ahead and, just tried to keep it there. And, we won a lot of ball games this year, so, really proud of my guys for the way they played this year.
Well, and of course, some pretty exciting news as far as your star running back, Logan McPherson, getting the news that he's going to get to walk on at Arkansas State. That's got to make you pretty proud as well.
Oh, yeah, extremely proud for Logan. Couldn't happen to a better kid. He's, outstanding athlete. He deserves that chance to go to the next level and prove, what he can do, for Arkansas State. So, they got a good one. So, they made a good choice by getting him in there. And, hopefully he can get in there. I think he'll be on the field sooner than later and hopefully get a chance to earn him a scholarship.
Well, obviously a successful year this year, but you're not finished there. That's just the beginning, right? Next year we can look forward to hopefully continuing that success, right?
Yeah, we want to build off. Every year we've seemed to get a little bit better and better. We want to continue that. I actually talked to my guys today about that and said, look, last year's last year. New group, new guys, new season. So you got to take what we did last year and build off of it. But if you want the same results, then you got to put in the work that we needed to get done. And they understand that. They know there's work ahead of us to, because obviously you lose, pretty much your whole offensive line except for Caleb Porter up there. He's a 3-year starter for us, and he'll be back. And we got to replace McPherson in the backfield. And I got Tyler Ray, as a returning starter back there. You got River coming back at quarterback, and Kessler coming back in the defensive side, and wide receiver Jared Garner. We got key pieces coming back.
Absolutely.
So my expectation for us is not to drop off any, just build on what we did last year.
Yeah, and obviously every game matters, but is there any particular game that you have circled next year?
Oh, yeah, we got Pocahontas circled.
That's the one I was looking for. That's the one I was looking for. A little bit of a controversial ending there as far as that game is concerned, and so I know that one's kind of probably stuck in your craw a little bit.
Yeah, it has. I kind of lost my cool at the end of that game. I apologize to my fans and my team, afterwards, and I apologize to Pocahontas fans and everything. That's not really what I tend to do or what I tend to like to show my guys. But, we was pretty upset the way that ended. All depends on who you ask. You ask Pocahontas and it ended well.
Sure.
You ask us, and, we felt like we should have either a penalty at the end.
I don't think anybody holds it against you, Coach. I think that everybody loves your passion, and I think it certainly shows, and I think it shows through your team, the way they play for you and the way that they have just, kind of rallied to your message. I think it's just kind of proof in the pudding. What I mean?
I appreciate that. I'm definitely passionate about my guys. I'm definitely going to support them and take up for them when I feel they're getting the wrong side of the deal, which any coach will. But them guys lay it out on the line for me every day, and you got to go to bat for them when you can. So
That's right. Well, Coach, thanks so much for joining us. We certainly appreciate you. When we look forward to covering more Westside Warrior football next year here on Tubetown.
Hey, man, you guys are always welcome. Come out anytime.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Coach. Thanks so much. All right, 34-31 here at the halftime break. Westside leading Valley View. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll bring you those halftime stats right here on Tubetown.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
Welcome back here to the Warrior Dome. Andy Maness, Marcus Carlton ready to start the third quarter here on senior night between the Westside Warriors and the Valley View Blazers. 34-31. What a back and forth matchup we have had so far here in the first half. Leading the way for the Valley View Blazers, Connor Tinsley with 11 points. He's had 3 3-pointers so far here in tonight's game. Leading the way for the Westside Warriors, the spin cycle, Riley Felkins. He has got 11, shooting 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Give him a couple of triples as well. Marcus, 14 lead changes. If you include the tie ball games here tonight, 14 lead changes through the first 2 quarters.
Just a lot of back and forth. There you see the field goal shooting by each team. Neither team really setting the world on fire with their shooting, both shooting less than 50% overall from the field. The three-point shooting, I mean, look at the evenness of this, Andy. Both teams have attempted 27 field goals. Both teams have made 6 3-pointers, and there's only two 3-point field goal differences between the two. 16 for Westside, 14 for Valley View. Here we go, third quarter underway, Andy.
There's a lob into Delancey. He misses the alley-oop, and the Warriors are going to get the rebound. Here comes Felkins, leaves it in the corner for Mack. Three-pointer, Kessler Mack, all 3 of those, and double-digit scoring tonight for Kessler Mack on senior night. 37-31, it matches the largest lead of the night.
That's a big switch in momentum right there with the missed dunk coming right out and then Westside converting the three-pointer.
Hunt misses a three-pointer, trying to answer Kessler Mack, getting back-to-back.
Got another one.
Back-to-back triples fall for Kessler Mack.
Coach Manchester's seen enough. He's got a timeout here. We're not even 30. We're 35 seconds into the third quarter, and Coach Manchester wants to know where his defense has gone.
A 6-0 start here for the Westside Warriors starting the third quarter. Taking a look at that first one, and then here's the second one. Felkins pushes it ahead and just leaves him wide open. You can't give him an inch of space.
Slim Reaper certainly feeling it at the moment. Kessler Mack come out 6 straight points. The lead goes up to 9. And Coach Manchester, the quick 30-second timeout to get his boys to just kind of regain their focus a little bit and settle down and try to make something happen here for the Blazers.
Yeah, not the way you want to start a second half in a conference rivalry whenever second place is on the line. Trying to lob that one back to Delancey, and he gives it right to Felkins.
That's great awareness there by Felkins to come up with the steal, to see the lob coming and step in front of it.
Felkins displaying his handles. He'll shoot from the free throw line, and now he'll go to the free throw line. Foul's going to be called on Sam Fagan. That is number 1 on him, and that is just the first team foul on the Blazers here in the second half. If you go back to that first half, man, they got a little bit of foul trouble. 2 fouls on Ian Keach, 2 fouls on Andrew Hunt, 1 on Connor Tinsley and Travis Graff, and now Sam Fagan picking up 1 as well. They got it well up into 7 or 8 team fouls back in that first half.
Yeah, the fouls added up pretty quickly for Valley View, and that Westside took advantage of it at the free throw line. Lead has reached double digits now. Speaking of the free throw line, Felkins converts.
Goes 1 for 2 on that trip. Getting away with a little push off there was Graff. Actually, it was a pretty good no call by the referee.
There's your offensive foul.
There's that lean in by Delancey. That's his first personal foul.
Coach Manchester not real happy with the call. I don't think he made any headway with his argument there.
No, not at all. And actually, I correct myself, that is the second personal foul on C.J. Delancey. 10-point lead. 41-31. There's the screen by Laird. Felkins leaves it for Honeycutt in the corner. Three-pointer won't fall. Honeycutt had one back in the first half that got the crowd to his feet. Here's Graff, picks up his dribble, feeds it into Delancey. He puts it on the floor. That ought to be an easy look for him, but good defense there by the Warriors.
I think Delancey got a little gun shy.
Well,
see that.
He it with one hand.
Overcame that real quickly. I think he was trying not to pick up another offensive foul, but he came back and announced his presence with authority there.
41-33. Here's Felkins trying to answer. He'll go back to the free throw line. And one coming up. Boy, the guts on Riley Felkins, taking it right at the big man. Marcus, we talked about it in the first half, but Riley Felkins just continues to go right at Delancey.
Yeah, there's Delancey's dunk. And then how about Felkins just taking it right at the big man and forcing him to make a play? And
well, if Delancey hadn't been right in his space, he could have yammed it home on him.
Yeah, he very well could have. Delancey will take a seat on the bench here.
My word, the roof would have come off of the Warrior Dome if Felkins had answered that dunk. He converts the and one. The lead is up to 11, 44-33. Fagan with a nice spin move in the paint.
Good move by Fagan, and the philosophy of Valley View so far in the second half has been force it down their throat inside. You've seen Delancey with a couple of point-blank shots, and then Fagan gets a quick turnaround there as well.
Here's Felkins. He's going to drive around the defense, and a foul's going to be called.
Yeah, they're going to get Tinsley. Tinsley had a hold of him as he went to drive past him.
Well, some of the fans around us wanted a walk. They're not going to get one. Tinsley picks up his second personal foul. That's the fourth team foul on the Blazers here in the second half already. Not even halfway through the third quarter. Here's Honeycutt back to Thomas. Now here's Felkins looking for the screen from Mack. Mack will go on the roll. Now Felkins will drive right into the defense, and a charge called as Fagan had his feet planted, and Felkins picks up his first personal. A lot of contact down low.
Yeah. Things getting just a little bit chippy here. You can kind of feel it here in the third quarter. Always makes for a fun game. Oh, great idea there with the backdoor pass.
Yeah, but nobody was home.
They're saying Westside slapped that away.
5:11 to play in the third quarter. Graff looking to inbound it. Somebody's got to move. Now Graff gets it back, and he'll sink a triple. Jacob Walzonia on the assist. All three of those for Travis Graff, his second triple of the night.
Good play there by Valley View to kind of answer this little mini run that Westside's been on.
Yeah, Westside started off on a 6-0 run. And now it's a 6-point game. Here's Mack fading away off the mark.
Yeah, I think Mack was a little too concerned with trying to draw some contact there.
Ahead to Fagan. Fagan thought about the three-pointer. Now Graff. Now here's Hunt with it. Three-pointer from the left corner won't fall. Walzonia trying to get the rebound, tips it up, and that's Fagan, rather, who takes the spill. Looked like he's got into a little contact with Riley Felkins there.
Yeah, we've had a few possessions here back and forth with some contact, and it'd be interesting to see if the referees continue to let them play a little bit or if they try to tighten things up. I personally like letting them play myself.
Absolutely. Here's Felkins with the step back. Rebound, tip back. Mack gets it. Nice move in the paint, but an excellent block by Andrew Hunt.
That's a great defensive play there by Hunter. He timed it perfectly.
Chance to trim the margin here. Under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Tinsley picks it up, gives it back to Graff. Graff, three-pointer. Left elbow, good. Travis Graff, 6 points here in the quarter. All of them coming from behind the three-point line.
And don't look now, but we've got a reversal of sorts with now Westside with their lead being cut from 10 down to 3. And Coach Whitmire now wants to know where his defense has gone to.
There's that three-pointer by Graff. All three of those from the left elbow. 11 points now for Travis Graff.
And these two teams are so evenly matched here. I mean, it's not surprising to me at all to see the back and forth that we've seen. When I was a little shocked when Westside jumped out to that double-digit lead, but the way Valley View has battled back, their philosophy coming out of the half was to pound it inside, and now they've got Westside kind of falling back a little bit to protect the lane, and it's leaving for some wide-open three-pointers.
Well, we saw them hit those in the first half.
Absolutely.
3:40 to play in the third quarter.
Fast-moving quarter, too.
Very fast-moving. Not a lot of dead ball here in the third quarter. Here's Felkins off the screen, goes the opposite way, and he'll lay it in.
Very tough shot by Felkins there.
17 points. Tinsley wasn't ready for that. Had to break to the ball, and Mack, also breaking to the ball, but Tinsley had better position.
Mack doesn't like that call, but that's the right call. He created an advantage for himself there.
And with 3 personal fouls, he'll have to check out. Checking in is going to be Kirk Bush. Tinsley gets it into Walzonia. Now Fagan with it. Nice entry to Hunt. Hunt will score.
That's a great look down the middle there, and Hunt puts it up and in. Again, Valley View shaking up their offense, going from three-point possession to the inside.
Riley Felkins, they call him the spin cycle. You see it right there, but he can't finish.
Spun a little fast on that one.
Somebody opened the washer lid before the load was done.
There you go.
Foul going to be called on Spencer Honeycutt. That's his first personal. And the Blazers will take it out underneath their own basket into Walzonia. Now to Hunt, back to Fagan. Fagan on the baseline, working against Thomas. Now he's double-teamed. Had 1 foot in the paint. Here's Hunt from behind the three-point line. Fagan gets the offensive rebound. The putback won't fall. Hunt and Felkins fighting for it, and Felkins will come down with it. Felkins sprints into the lane. A wild shot, and he'll go to the free throw line. Got the contact he was looking for.
We got Graff on that one.
That is going to be the second on Travis Graff. 15th foul on the Blazers with 2:30 to play in the third quarter. Taking a look at the Valley View bench there. Felkins on the mark on his first free throw. Second one will fall, and the lead is back up to 5 for the Warriors, keeping the Blazers at arm's length right now. Nice move from Graff. Finds Hunt open in the quarter. And a foul is going to be called away from the ball. I think they're going to get Thomas on that. Adonis Thomas, his second personal foul.
A little too aggressive with the body bump.
Well, and I thought they were going to get Andrew Hunt on a travel. It looked like
I did too. I thought
shuffled his feet a little bit before he went on the go. Here's Walzonia to Graff. Now Fagan in the corner, three-pointer. All 3 of those for Sam Fagan. 11 points here in the ball game for Sam Fagan, and he makes it a 2-point affair.
Andy, take note of this. Valley View's doing all this with Delancey on the bench right now.
Three-pointer won't fall. Offensive rebound. Laird from the free throw line. Pretty stroke from Andrew Laird, and he's into double digits.
That's a great play by Laird. Gets the offensive board and goes straight back up with about the 15-foot jumper.
Lead is back up to 4. And what a shot from Sam Fagan, finishing with his left hand. 13 points here in the game for Sam Fagan. Back to a 2-point ball game. 50-48 under. A minute 30 left to play in the third quarter. Felkins nearly had his pass stolen away. Bush on the drive has his shot swatted by Sam Fagan.
That's great recovery on defense there because Kurt Bush had the lane and a nice block from behind there by Valley View.
Looking for the lob on the inbound, but they're not going to get it. Here's Felkins with it with a minute 12. Working on Tinsley. He's going to drive on him. He'll finish on the left side. He'll go to the free throw line as he actually can't finish. 2 free throws coming up. Third personal foul called on Andrew Hunt. 16th foul. on the Blazers. So the Warriors are going to be at the free throw line from here on out. Felkins hits his first one. It's a 3-point game.
Hunt's going to get a little breather here at the end of the third quarter. Only a minute left. He's got 3 fouls, but I expect him to be back in the lineup to start the fourth.
Second one will fall for Felkins.
Lead back to 4.
52-48. 1 minute left to play here in the third quarter. Sorry, got a lot of motion going on in the crowd here around me. Again, a packed house here tonight at the Warrior Dome. 4-point ball game. Felkins drawing the contact right at the basket, and he'll go back to the free throw line. He has already been 4 times this quarter, and now he's going back for a 5th. Foul's going to be called on Connor Tinsley, his 3rd personal.
Yeah, that's 17 fouls now on Valley View, so Westside will be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Back in the game for Valley View, number 3, John Boris.
First one falls. First one's off the mark, rather. Second one will fall.
Final 45 seconds here of the quarter. Valley View with the ball, down 5.
Riley Felkins, by the way, 12 for 15 from the free throw line
That's
tonight.
a lot of free throws.
That's a lot of free throws, and he shot the majority of them in the second and third quarters. 53-48, 30 seconds left. Ian Keach with it.
Looks like Valley View is going to be content to hold for the final shot of the quarter here.
Yep. Graff with it near the timeline. Oh, Honeycutt nearly.
Yeah, he anticipated the pass that didn't come.
Here's Graff working on Felkins. Now he's double teamed, loose ball. Felkins has it, 5 seconds left in the quarter. Felkins going to take it to the rack. There's the contact. Felkins going back to the free throw line once more. And Jacob Walazonia doing his best 90s big man impersonation there. He was not about to let Riley Felkins get an easy look at that basket.
Well, you're always taught, make them earn it from the free throw line, and he definitely followed that rule to the T. First free throw's good for Felkins.
Just the first personal foul on Jacob Walazonia.
I like that. If you're going to foul, get your money's worth. Don't give up the
absolutely.
Easy bucket.
Don't just smack him on the arm.
Right.
Felkins off the mark on a second free throw, and that will end the third quarter here in the Warrior Dome. 54-48 is the score. Westside leading Valley View. We're back with more here on Tubetown right after this.
My name is Donna Ann Lucy. I am from Caraway, Arkansas. I have been having trouble with my internet.
You got a lot of important things that you do from the internet, and you don't want to miss anything.
I usually use it to book rooms to watch my granddaughter play basketball. They had someone out that day, and it was back up within 20 minutes.
And it makes me feel so good to go there and take care of it, and see the smile on her face, man. That makes my day right there.
Andy Maness, Marcus Carlton back here with you at the Warrior Dome, ready to start the fourth quarter. Taking a look at Coach Mark Whitmire and the Westside Warriors. They currently lead the Valley View Blazers 54-48 with an important conference seeding on the line here tonight.
Yeah, we stated earlier in the game, the winner tonight gets the number 2 seed behind Blytheville in the 4A3 conference. And the big thing with the number 2 seed is that you get the bye to the semifinals in the district tournament, which is automatically puts you into the regional tournament.
23 points for Riley Felkins here on senior night.
With a quarter to go.
With 1 quarter to go. The majority of those coming from the free throw line. There's the screen by Laird. It's Felkins, Laird, Honeycutt, Mack, and Thomas out on the floor for Coach Whitmire and the Warriors. Here's Honeycutt, wide open, three-pointer, too strong. And Delancey, who's back into the game for the Blazers, brings in the board. It's Delancey, Graff, Fagan, Hunt, and Tinsley in the game for Coach Jason Manchester and the Blazers. And now it's going to be the Blazers going to the free throw line for an and one opportunity. Travis Graff getting the finish. And the foul is going to go against Andrew Laird, just the first for him, the 5th team foul for the Warriors in the second half.
That's a great give and go there with Delancey and Graff. Graff completes the three-point play.
He's got 14 points here in the game, does Travis Graff. And, we talked about Riley Felkins going 12 for 15 from the free throw line. That is only the third trip. That's only the second trip to the free throw line so far here tonight for the Blazers. They are 2 for 3. Wow. 3-point game. Here's Tinsley. Oh, Laird got up to block that shot. I did not know he had that kind of hops in him. Spin cycle, and it's swatted out of here by C.J. Delancey.
I think Delancey opened that washer lid again.
I think he did. That load is still unfinished. Here's Laird off the inbound. Delancey comes out to check in. Now Mack with it. Now Thomas. Well, they're giving him a couple of steps here to shoot these threes like that one for Laird.
Yeah,
and they're going to get Mack with his fourth personal.
Yeah, that's a push.
He just told Coach Whitmire, I'm good. I think he told him, he needs to settle. He's got 4 fouls now, so one more, and he'll be checking out here on senior night. Well, what that was, the referee came over here to say something to...
Brad Davidson went over and talked to Riley Felkins.
I'm
not
like
sure
Felkins
what happened there.
he pointed at his lip or something like that, so... There's the feed down
great
low
look.
for Fagan, and Fagan scores underneath. 15 here in the game for Fagan, and he makes it a 1-point affair.
Yeah, someone fell asleep there on the Westside's defense and left the back door wide open.
Well, Westside took over the lead with less than 1:50 to play in the second quarter, and they have not relinquished it. And right now, Spencer Honeycutt putting all 3 of those in the bottom of the net extends the lead back up to 4. And a foul going to be called on Thomas. He got his hand on him the entire time.
Yeah, you can put that hand out there, but you've got to pull it off at some point, or they're going to get you with the hand check every single time.
So that's the 7th team foul. That's going to put Sam Fagan at the free throw line. He is 1 for 2. 15 points here in the game.
Free throws are going to be crucial here in this last 6 minutes for both teams.
Fagan will hit the front end of the 1-and-1, making it 57-54. Second one will not fall.
Falcon's going to take his time here and walk things up, looking to Whitmire for instruction here on what to do on this offensive set.
They put the offense in motion. Falcons is going to go right at Delancey once more, and he can't finish. Had a great look.
He just didn't fall. He's just strong-armed it just a hair.
There's the weave. Graff working to the right.
Great crossover there.
Fading away, can't finish. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't get Delancey
there.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice
great pass.
Finish to Laird, and Laird will put it in the bottom, 59-54. 13 points here for Andrew Laird.
Great ball movement there on that fast break. I don't know that a dribble was taken past half court there. Just quick snap passes for the layup.
And kudos to Laird for being aware that that was coming.
Yes.
C.J. Delancey with a nice finish on the Blazers' end of the floor makes it 3 points. Once again, 10 points in the game for C.J. Delancey.
I think that if Delancey's got to get big here. He's got to want the ball in this situation, because if he gets it down that deep, there's nothing Westside can do.
And Riley Felkins rising up at the top of the key, dropping in all 3 of those for a 6-point lead. Graff got away with a little push there. Honeycutt trying to sell it as best as he can. Here's Tinsley. He's going to drive. Nice look through the defense. Couldn't finish. Delancey with the offensive board. The putback won't fall. Tinsley got another offensive board, and now he'll go to the free throw line, and I think that's it on Kessler Mack. And Mack is upset.
4:25 here where Kessler Mack fouls out, and that could be big, Andy. We all know he's one of the biggest three-point weapons that Westside has next to Riley Felkins.
So Connor Tinsley at the free throw line for the first time tonight.
Kurt Busch into the game now. to replace Kessler Mack. Coach Whitmire asking for an explanation here of the call.
So now we're ready to shoot these free throws, yeah.
I guess they were determining one or two shots because they weren't sure if he was in the act of shooting or not.
Yeah, 18 fouls, so it's just a 1-and-1. And Tinsley will hit the front end, trying to make it a 4-point ball game. 12 points here in the game for Connor Tinsley. Second one won't fall, and I'm surprised.
Oh, wow. What a tip.
I got to be honest with you. I'm surprised they didn't call basket interference for Delancey hitting the bottom of the net. And I know you say it doesn't really affect the shot, but that's the rule. You can't touch the basket while the ball is still above the cylinder. So surprised they did not call that. Here's Felkins. He got away from the defender, steps into a wide open three-pointer. All three of those, and it's a 6-point game once again.
What can you say about Riley Felkins? Another great performance by him tonight.
29 for him here in the ball game. Delancey with another beautiful finish right underneath.
There you go, and I think that's exactly what Valley View needed to do. Let Delancey back his man down and give it to him and get that little spin move. We got a full timeout here, so we're going to step aside for a quick break. 65-61, Westside leads. Late in the fourth quarter, you're watching High School Hoops on Tubetown.
Andy Maness, Marcus Carlton back here with you at the Warrior Dome. Westside and Valley View getting ready to start the fourth quarter.
There's your tip back in there. Yep. You know, second look at that, I think maybe Delancey just got his fingers caught in the net rather than actually hitting the rim. I've never been up that high when I played, so, you know, it's kind of hard for me to see it from this perspective.
3:51 left to play. .343 to play. Felkins with a shot from behind the three-point line, no good. Offensive rebound winds up with Honeycutt. Where Blazers had their mitts on it. Laird with a head fake. Tries to put it over Delancey, and Delancey going to get called for coming down on Andrew Laird.
Yeah, the initial it looks like he got ball, but on the way down he hit him on the arm, kind of the forearm area.
4-point ball game, 65-61.
I believe that's 4 on Delancey.
It is Delancey's fourth, and Laird is off the mark on that first free throw. Trying to make it a 5-point game. It's Fagan, Tinsley, Delancey, Hunt, and Graff out on the floor for Coach Manchester and the Blazers. Second free throw is off the mark by Andrew Laird, leaving the door open for the Blazers here late in the fourth. There's a screen and an goodness.
Oh, that's foul number 5.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And Delancey can't believe it. Coach Manchester can't believe it. None of the Blazers can believe it. And, you know, Marcus, that is, I don't want to call it a questionable foul, but
that's a tough way to get
that is a tough way to get your fifth. You hate to say ticky-tack, but that's almost what that was, just because of the strength.
You know, he set the screen and our back was to him, but it looked like maybe he had extended his arms a little bit. And anytime you extend your arms on a screen, they're going to call it.
Yeah, it just looked like a hard screen from our perspective, for sure. Didn't look like he moved his feet or anything like that. Felkins fading away from the basket, can't finish.
Yep.
And a little bit of a makeup call there, I think, as Laird pretty clearly had his hands on that ball, but he's going to get charged for his second personal foul.
Well, and now you've got a key player on each side who's fouled out of the game. You've got Delancey fouled out for Valley View, and you've got Kessler Mack fouled out for Westside. You know, we've talked about how evenly matched these teams have been all night long, and it just continues. Even when they foul out, you know, you get a key player from each side that is done for the night.
Fagan will hit the front end.
Seeing a trend here in the last couple minutes with free throws. Westside goes down and misses. I think they've missed 3 of their last 4. And Valley View, well, announcer jinx in place there.
Yeah, but they'll keep it right here with the Blazers.
Valley View had, before that last free throw, I believe they had made their last 4.
That is correct. There's the inbound. They get it back to Graff. Graff.
Good move.
Yep, nice fake on Laird, and he'll take it right to the basket. 65-64. 1-point ball game.
The Blazer faithful here who have made the trip across town have come to their feet behind us, Andy.
Channing defense here in the Warrior Dome. They double team Felkins. He goes behind his back. Leaves it with Thomas. Thought about it. Now he'll pick up his dribble. No need to rush here. You see Felkins will back it up now. Pulls up, deep three-pointer, right in the face of the Valley View defense. All 3 of those, and Westside is back on top by 4.
Clutch factor through the roof, Andy. Just absolute. I mean, Valley View had great defense played there, and Riley Felkins just rose above it all.
Hunt comes flying in.
Going to get Felkins with the foul there.
And they will get Felkins with his second.
Look at this three-pointer here. I mean, the defense is right there on him.
Double-teamed him.
Double-team, and he pulls up right in the face and just sticks it.
Double the pleasure, double the fun. 68-64 is now the score. And Andrew Hunt will narrow the margin, hitting the front end. 3 points here in the game for Hunt. If he hits this one, it'll be back to a 2-point affair. Off the mark.
Oh,
Fagan there to get the offensive rebound, and the putback won't fall. Hunt there to tap it. Back inbounds off of a Warrior.
That's a very smart play as you're falling out of bounds. Great offensive rebound there. Just got the stick back to roll off the side, but the awareness there to throw it off the defender and get another possession out of this as we are now under 2 minutes left in the game.
There's the inbound to Hunt. Now Graff gets it. Now back to
great
Hunt.
pass.
Great lob to Fagan, and Fagan will finish. And it is a 1-point game.
That's a great look by Hunt there.
Well, you called it, but they're not doing it with Delancey.
Yeah.
They're doing it with Sam Fagan.
Yeah.
Wide open look for Bush. Now he's going to drive. Bush tried to leave it off
good
down low
idea.
for Nortier.
Good idea, but Hunt was ready for it there.
So now with 1:20 left to play in the fourth quarter, a timeout called by Coach Manchester and the Blazers. So we will take a full timeout with them, 68-67. Boy, fasten your seatbelts. Don't go anywhere because this one is getting interesting here in the Warrior Dome. We're back with more high school hoops right here on Tubetown.
Our dog got hit by a car. My wife and children were very upset about losing Buddy. While I was burying the dog, I cut the cable line.
Being a dog owner myself, it's hard losing a pet. So it's very important for us to get their services restored.
There's a winter storm hitting right now. It's a Friday night. You showed up and the very next morning in some pretty terrible conditions and fixed us up.
That's what we try to do here at Ritter in a bad situation, try to make it better.
Andy Maness and Marcus Carlton back here with you at the Warrior Dome. The Warriors have made it the Blazers have made it a 1-point game, 68-67. Westside took over the lead with 1:50 left to play in the first half. And they have held on to the lead this entire time. And now with 1:19 left to play, Marcus, a 1-point game. Blazers have a little bit of momentum working their way right now.
Absolutely, and you gotta give them credit for the way they responded after their big man fouled out. on, what we could say is a questionable foul, but they have stepped up to the challenge here. Fagan and Hunt specifically in the last couple possessions have played really huge.
Graff working against Honeycutt. Ball goes out of bounds.
I believe it stays here.
Yep, they're going to say Blazer basketball. For the Blazers, it is Graff, Fagan, Hunt, Walzonia, and Tinsley. For the Warriors, it is Honeycutt, Felkins, Thomas, Bush, and Laird. Inbound, stolen away.
That's a big turnover, Andy.
1:05 left to play. It is because the Warriors do not have to shoot. Felkins just going to drive. They're going to try to turn it over, but really Westside can just play keep away. Oh, and a foul called right there as Honeycutt got it at the top of the key. They're going to get Walzonia. That's going to put Spencer Honeycutt at the free throw line. Not the worst thing for the Blazers, only trailing by 1. But
this ensures that Valley View gets the ball back here by putting them on the free throw line.
Absolutely. And certainly puts pressure on the Warriors to hit them, especially with the way that three-pointers have been falling in this building tonight. Off the mark, trying to get his own rebound, and he can't get to it. 2-point game, 69-67, 45 seconds remain.
I think you got to look for another backdoor cut here, maybe a high-low game, get something in the high post to Fagan and look for a cutter to go backdoor.
Walzonia leaves it with Fagan, leans into the defender. No call.
A lot of contact.
And it's tied up at 69. 25 seconds remaining on senior night here in the Warrior Dome. Felkins will walk it up the floor.
You got to think Felkins is going to take the last shot here. And the crowd comes to their feet, Andy. This is what we wanted.
13 seconds left. The regular season in 2020 comes down to this. 7 seconds, 5 seconds, no look pass, the finish by Laird. 3 seconds left, it's a 2-point lead and a timeout called by the Blazers. What an assist by Riley Felkins into Andrew Laird for the 2-point lead.
How about that dish off here by Riley Felkins?
Behind the
defense. Yeah, almost behind his head off to Andrew Laird. Laird knew it was coming, sticks it up and in, and now return serve back to Valley View, and let's see what they've got. And there's a little controversy over how much time they're going to have to work with. When the timeout was called, there was 3.1, but Coach Manchester was asking for additional time to be put back because I did see him almost all the way out at half court trying to signal for the timeout almost immediately after the made basket.
So they'll have to travel the length of the court.
Yeah, I would say
probably
even if they
4
put,
seconds.
Yeah, I think at the most you're going to see maybe 3.8, maybe 4 seconds. I think you'll be somewhere between 3.5 and 4.
He just said 4.7, I think.
3.7, I believe.
3.7, okay.
3.7 is what official Brad Davidson's telling the scores table here. 3.7, I mean, I'm showing them my age a little bit here, but we're going to, you're looking at a Tyus Edney type situation back when he played for UCLA and went to the full length of the floor against Missouri. It can be done. You've just got to be very, they've got the quickness to do it, but Westside has to be very careful to not foul and put them on the free throw line here.
Well, let's see what they do. 3.1. They hadn't put the clock back on yet. They hadn't put the time back on the clock yet, so trying to fix
the clock.
Everybody's on their feet here in the Warrior Dome. Well, we said it back in football season, but if that don't light your fire, your wood's wet right now.
Absolutely.
Still trying to get the time on the clock set right. Oh, and this is just taking momentum away from the Blazers here, too. This is not in their favor.
Yeah, this, gives, you don't want to say it gives Westside a slight advantage, but it might give them just a little bit of one, give them a little more time to prepare their defensive strategy here. Coach Whitmire still yelling instructions. Felkins in sponge mode, soaking it all in.
Sam Fagan and Adonis Thompson are singing "Journey" together. So good to see that.
How about the clutch gene in those guys? This situation, everybody's tense except those two.
Here we go. Ball is live. They get it into Fagan. It's tipped. Clock starts. Graff for 3. At the buzzer, too strong. It was on the mark, but it's the Westside Warriors who come away with a 2-point win on senior night over their rival, the Valley View Blazers. 71-69 the final.
How about that, Andy? The shot looked good when it left his hands here from the wing. I thought he had it. I did too. I had to stand up because everybody got in front of us, and it looked good when it left his hands, but it's just a little too strong. And Westside closes out senior night with the best possible scenario with a 2-point victory, hard-fought 2-point victory. Got to tip your hat to Valley View as well for a hard-fought game, but man, that last possession there by Westside, the entire defense for Valley View, everybody in the house thought Riley Felkins was taking the last shot, myself included. And the defense collapses on him, and lo and behold, flips the pass over behind his head to Andrew Laird, up and in for the victory. I mean, getting the game-winning assist has got to be almost as good as getting the game-winning bucket.
Yeah, I mean, it shows the unselfishness as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's been the star undoubtedly for this team all year, and to dish it off with the game on the line that last second, it not only shows the unselfishness, it shows how much he trusts his teammates.
Absolutely. Trust in his teammates and just the confidence to know that if I dish this to him, he's going to hit the shot.
32 points on the night for Riley Felkins, and a beautiful assist to Andrew Laird, who finishes with 15, including the game winner, 71-69 over the Valley View Blazers. Man, you couldn't ask for any better of an end to not only the football season we had, but now the basketball season.
It's been a magical fall and winter sports season here on Tubetown, man, and we've enjoyed the run here following Westside through the football season and quite a few of their games here in the basketball season as well. Senior night, to think about what Riley Felkins has overcome just to be playing this year.
Absolutely.
With all the medical issues that he had last year, to not only play, but to be the star that he was this year, and then to have that game-winning assist right there. I mean, life can't get any better for that young man right now, and I would say, given all he's been through, nobody deserves it more.
Yeah, that's two fitting ends to the regular season for the Westside Warriors. You get senior Logan McPherson rushing in a touchdown to seal a playoff appearance for the Warriors, and now you get Felkins finishing off the regular season with a win here on the basketball court. A great season to be a part of, and certainly thank all of you at home for being a part of it with us. Of course, all of our camera operators who made this possible, and guys down in the truck as well. Another successful season, Marcus.
Hey, Andy, I got to interject one thing here real quick. We're missing a member of our team tonight. Wes Cisco has been on the color commentary all year long for basketball. Wes is facing some health issues right now and is in the hospital. We want to send a shout out to him and send our thoughts and prayers to him for a speedy recovery. Man, we miss you being here with us tonight, bud, and hope to see you back here with us when we start doing basketball again next season.
Make sure you keep up with the Tubetown Facebook page to keep track of where we're at, what we're doing, and we'll certainly look forward to our next sporting event here on Tubetown. Again, for all of our guys on the crew and Marcus Carlton, I'm Andy Maness signing off here from the Warrior Dome. So long, and everybody have a great evening.